Well, here we are, episode 128, I think. And on this episode, it's our Christmas show. It's me and the Wrecking 2, Mark Smith, Lou Kikio, Music Relish Show, YouTube channel. Go watch. We're going to be discussing what we think are the best Christmas songs, the worst Christmas songs. Talk about Christmas movies. I have a beef with some Christmas songs that you guys are going to have no choice but to listen to. It's Festivus time. I got a problem with you people. And I'm going to vent it tonight. So sit back, relax, enjoy our Christmas/Festivus show. It's going to be great.
The KOFB studio presents Milk Crates and Turntables, a music discussion podcast hosted by Scott McLean. Now, let's talk music. Enjoy the show.
Thank you, Amanda, for that wonderful introduction as usual. Beautiful young Amanda, Little Miss Christmas, getting all excited for this weekend. Although she's an older teenager now, she still has the Christmas spirit. And that's a beautiful thing. And yes, welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. And welcome to the podcast. You know the name, I'm not going to say it. So right now we are streaming live over YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, well, X, I still do that. X, D Live, whatever, Facebook, couple pages on Facebook. We're live. We're live all over the place. And it's our Christmas show tonight. So it's going to be very light. A lot of complaining, though. I'm just warning you right now. A lot of complaining. Not pulling any punches. Just because Christmas songs supposed to be nice doesn't mean they can't be criticized. It's like I criticize Mark Smith all the time. And Lou Kikio helps me. We talk about Mark all the time.
Bring it on. Bring it on.
You don't want that, son.
What's up, Scott?
Good evening, gentlemen. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Lou's got his orb going above him. That looks good, Lou.
It's my Christmas orb.
Yeah. You made sure you're not in backwards land, right? Your camera's right. You got that little tip. You're back. Right? Mark Smith. For the podcast listeners, looks like he's wearing a blazer tonight.
Yeah.
Looks like he's dressed for the show. He's dressed for the occasion.
Hey, I dress up for Christmas.
Lou has his typical neutral colors on, right?
Actually, it's maroon, but it just
neutral
doesn't look like
color Lou, right?
You're a maroon.
And I got my Morrissey Christmas t-shirt that I love.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. And yes, gentlemen. So real quick, while we're letting, I know the podcast listeners are like, oh, here we go. We have to let people come into the live stream for a minute. So, Mark, what are you doing on Christmas Eve and Christmas?
Christmas Eve, probably.
Well, that's good. So, Lou,
I got a big thing planned.
I'm sorry, Mark. No, not really. Just go ahead, finish your story.
Probably watch these guys, Liverpool. You know what I'll be doing Christmas Eve?
What's that?
Getting the food. I always wait till the last minute. That's the way I am.
Do you have Instacart up there? Oh, here we go. Big head Todd Sockman.
He's back.
Yeah, he's back. I am here. Entertain me.
We must.
Some
It's
Christmas
show.
share.
And he's here at the beginning. So
he's here at the beginning. Yep. Oh, it's going to be a good show, Todd Sockman. Yes. So, but we're not going to engage you right now. I'm listening to. So, Mark, you said you're going to get the food, and then what?
Come home. Figure out how to cook it.
Jeez, this guy's fucking exciting, isn't he, Lou?
Oh, I'm a baller.
I'm gonna go get the food. I'm gonna come home. I'm gonna open the door. I'm gonna walk in. I'm gonna bring the bags into the house with the food. I'm gonna put them up on a table. I'm gonna unpack the bags. What the?
I'm going to bring them up the stairs and I have to catch my breath.
I can have some spiced yellowtail Chardonnay.
Oh,
What? I'm going to
Yeah,
forget to get it
yellow.
and realize I can't get it on Christmas. I'll have to go down to Jersey. There's one store open in Jersey on Christmas, and you know which one it is, Lou. 'Cause you
Andrew's
used to
Liquors.
work there. Yeah.
I was the manager.
Yeah.
Um,
Just we're quiet at Christmas. We're very quiet. We don't do anything big. So
Big Head Todd the Wet Sprocket says, "Oh, and you owe me $1 for every F-bomb you drop in the show."
Yes.
Fuck you.
yes,
Only $1.
Fuck
that's
you.
one. I'm going to keep
Look at it.
track for Todd.
Yeah.
Make it a
Yeah.
10.
And the check's in the mail, and you know what the other line is.
I won't come in the mail. I mean,
Hey, now it's Christmas show, Lou.
oh, sorry. I'm ill.
Lou, what do you? You have to be more exciting than Mark. Come
Oh,
on.
everybody is. A flea is more
Well.
exciting than me.
Hey, I'm not a flea in your circus, Mr. Smith.
That's right. That is right. I'm Sunday. I don't normally work Sundays, but I do have it off. But at 7:00 at the spiritual center I play, we have a Christmas service. 13 songs. I'll be drumming, singing, and playing guitar.
I'll be attending.
And yeah, it'll be live stream, man. And after that, I'm going to come home. My son is coming over Christmas afternoon, and I think we're going to do a surf and turf. I think it's steak and lobster day.
Nice.
Yeah, and some good wine, of course.
Of course, Mark, what do you have on? Oh, I'm sorry, Lou. Keep going.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Just going to relax and just watch Christmas movies and do that thing.
Hey,
Enjoy.
Mark, what do you eat on Christmas Day?
This year we are going to eat probably a pot roast.
Okay.
Boring. Just the most boring
A
suburban
roast
food.
beast?
Yeah.
I did
the
pot
Grinch
roast
had?
last Christmas.
A roast beast?
Because last year we had a big pork butt. And we do a little
Yep.
do
You
something.
slow cook it? Do you cook it in the oven? How do you do it?
Oven, but I do cook it low. You got all the time in the world. Isn't that the beautiful thing about holidays?
I got a
You know?
great slow cooker recipe for Boston butt. Apple. It's a whole. It's easy and it's good as hell, man.
I got a slow cooker. Can you text it to me or send it to me?
I certainly will.
Yeah.
Yes, I will. It's a home run every time, buddy.
All right.
Boston butt is what part of the pig?
I don't know.
It's a shoulder.
Tasty part.
It is a taste, but it's a shoulder. I don't know why they call it butt though. It's not.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You have the bone, the shoulder
The-
blade thing is in there.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm going to be cooking Ma's lasagna, my mother's lasagna,
Nice.
on Christmas Eve, the thing. And then I take every opportunity. I another turkey dinner on Christmas. Every chance I get,
Okay.
eating turkey.
Yeah, man. I'm
With ham.
Okay.
And lasagna. This is going to
Wow.
be, I
Nice.
make two big. Yeah, this is like, they're
Oh,
like
I
this
love
thick.
lasagna.
That sounds like what my mother would do. She would cook Italian and American.
Yeah. In
Little something
the,
for everybody.
yeah. And, got a little kind of secret recipes to throw in and the flavor and all that good stuff. I usually put pecorino inside the ricotta,
Okay.
but I can't find it. It's fucking, I
Really?
don't know what's going on. Yeah.
Come up to Pearl River. We got plenty.
Shit's expensive too.
Yeah. It's the Pecorino family. They're controlling it.
Yeah. All right. So, gentlemen, let's get right into this. I guess we'll do a little round robin of favorite Christmas songs. I have a list of the greatest Christmas songs, but I'm
list, isn't
sure,
it?
huh?
It's a big list. I mean, there's a lot of great Christmas music.
So there's a difference between Christmas songs and holiday songs, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Holiday songs encompass New Year, Thanksgiving. They encompass the whole time
Well,
year.
holiday songs technically could go through, like Walking in a Winter Wonderland. That could be in November. That could be in January.
No direct
Right.
reference to Christmas.
Let It Snow, Let It Snow, Let It Snow. I mean, all those songs that they mix them in. So people, I only found this out. I came to the realization like 4 or 5 years ago that there's a difference. But my whole life, I never really knew there was a difference between holiday music and Christmas music.
That's interesting. I never saw that either.
Mhm.
Yeah, but there really is. But it's been so intermixed
Yeah.
that we just assume it's all Christmas music.
Right. Well, because it's playing during that month for the most part.
Yes,
Come January, the stuff's all over. Come New Year's, it's all done.
Baby It's Cold Outside could be played all winter.
So
Yeah.
rapey. It's such a
Yeah.
rapey song.
Now get the fuck. You know what, Lou? Merry fucking Christmas penalty box. Don't come up with that shit. Mark, don't you start. Don't you start.
2, 3, 4. I feel like the librarian here.
Yeah, well, I'm sure Todd's counting.
I'm counting, Todd.
Big head Todd the Wet Sprocket said, I'm going to watch my kids open presents in the morning and then a friend's house. Thanks for asking. Well, we didn't really ask, Todd.
You should have.
What, the big head Wet Sprocket guy? Let's bring Lou back in. Okay.
I was joking.
You better be.
I was joking. Me and my son were talking about that song, and he goes,
So what we're going to do, you know what? Let's just delay it right here. Speaking of that song, you fucking never hear the disgusting fucking version that John Legend did? He redid it like in 2020 during the big woke movement.
I liked it.
No, I haven't heard it.
I liked it.
So
does he not slip her a roofie in this
penalty box, even just for saying he fucking likes the song? Because I'm going to read the lyrics. Yeah, I'm going to read the lyrics, okay? And we're going to break down Baby It's Cold Outside. The disgusting John Legend is such a beta male too. Jesus. So, okay, let's see.
Good singer though.
So he does it with Kelly Clarkson. Right? It says, I really can't stay. And then his refrain is, baby, it's cold outside. And she says, I got to go away, but I can call you a ride. John Legend says, right? This evening has been, let me see. Fucking go away. This evening has been, and he says, I'm so glad that you dropped in. So very nice. Time spent with you is paradise. She says, my mama will start to worry. I'll call the car and tell him to hurry. My daddy will be pacing the floor. Wait, what are you still living at home for? He tries to get cute there. Mm-hmm. So really, I'd better scurry. Your driver, his name is Murray. In other words, he called her an Uber, right? But maybe just a half a drink more. That's what she says. Oh, we're both adults. Who's keeping score? What will my friends think? I think they should rejoice. If I have just one more drink, it's your body, your choice. This motherfucker. How the fuck do you put that in that song? Alone. How the fuck do you put that in a song? Are you fucking kidding me? How the fuck do you put that in a holiday song? You gotta fucking squeeze that shit in, don't you? If I have one more drink, it's your body, your choice. What the fuck does that have to do with anything?
15.
What a piece of shit beta male that trash
is. He reinterpreted it, and he said if he was in that situation, what he would do.
What the fuck does it's your body, your choice have to do with, hey, I'm waiting for my Uber?
So he made his pitch and he struck out.
No, it ain't over yet.
Yeah. She's taking an
But how the fuck do you put it's your body, your choice, babe? You fuck this piece of shit. Oh, you really know how? Let's see. Yeah. Oh, you really know how? Then he says, your eyes are like starlight now. To cast a spell, one look at you, then I fell. Oh, I ought to say no, sir. He says, then you really ought to go. At least I'm going to say that I'm tired. Well, Murray, he just pulled up outside. I really can't stay. I understand, baby. Baby, it's cold outside. I simply should go. Text me when you get home. Oh, I'm supposed to say no. I guess that's respectable. This fucking guy.
Hey, just let it go. You take
No. You took a fucking classic song, a classic, all-time classic song, and he makes it woke. And I want to know who this current audience is like, for this current crowd that they always say they're non-existent. Once Twitter went away, that whole thing went away.
No, I think they still exist.
Yeah, well, This welcome has been, I've been lucky that you dropped in, so nice and warm, but you better go before it storms. Like, my sister will be suspicious. Well, gosh, your lips look delicious. My brother will be there at the door. Oh, he loves my music, baby, I'm sure. What the fuck?
She's going back to Mary's place first.
My gossipy neighbors for sure. I'm a genie. Tell me what your wish is. Hi, I'm a genie. But maybe just a cigarette more. Who the fuck still smokes? First of all. Like, what are you with the girl that smokes for? So she's a pig. She's nasty. She's nasty.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
breath. She got ashtray breath. Merry Christmas is right.
Indoors?
This is. I'm just saying. That's something we should probably explore. I gotta go home. Oh, baby, I'm well aware. Say, lend me a coat. Oh, keep it, girl. I don't care. Hey,
he's a nice guy.
You've really been grand. I feel it when you touch my hands. Oh, don't you see? I want you to stay. It's not up to me. There's bound to be talk tomorrow. Well, they can talk, but what do they know? At least there'll be plenty implied. Oh, let them mind their business and go. Ma'am, I really can't stay. Baby, just go. It's cold. It's cold, baby. It's cold. Ooh, I just want to go. It's cold outside. Biggest piece of garbage ever put on the radio. Takes a classic song and rewrites it with some woke white liberal female in Hollywood, and they make it all for the modern audience.
He's never going to see
it. You know what? It doesn't get played. Fucking thing never gets played. It played for that 1 year because all the stations were afraid of the Twitter mob, right? That Twitter's gone. It's X now.
Yeah, it's
all right. Let's
shit.
All right, what do we got? James also said, wow, Scott is on fire. Love it. Thank you. Thank you, James. How do you like that, Mark?
I love it. James is my teacher. He's my mentor.
Well, he's on my side. He's on Team Scotty.
He loves all of us.
Merry Christmas, Marky.
Yeah.
Scott and Lou, this might be your best pod show face. Purple crying person, turquoise waving.
All right, we'll talk tomorrow, James.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll have a lot to talk about.
At 7:50.
Can we move on? Can we get past that garbage right there?
You're the one that brought it up. You know?
No, you brought it up.
No, you brought it up.
No, you brought it up, not me. You.
I brought it up.
Okay,
asshole.
Lou brought it up.
Fucking, you know what, Lou? Penalty box, Christmas penalty box again. Just because it's Christmas, so what? I can be Scrooge.
Sure,
I can be Scotty Scrooge.
Scotty Scrooge.
Yeah. Hey, I'll lose back. Oh, caught him drinking the whiskey.
There you go.
Yeah. All right, where were we? All right, we'll do a little round robin. I have actually a pretty good Spotify playlist. I put this playlist together every year, and I can never find it, so I always have to remake it. Right. So let me start off. My favorite, and I think you guys heard this last year, and you've heard me talk about it, and I recently sent it to you guys. But my favorite Christmas song is "Fairy Tale of New York" by the Pogues.
Yeah, and you got me into it. I never heard it until you told me.
Such a great story. It's like 4 chapters, right?
Yeah.
You know, verses, but they're chapters of their life, of their time. It's just such an amazing. That guy was brilliant, man. Shane McGowan was just brilliant.
Yeah, he was, and it's sad that he's gone.
Yeah. All right, Lou, give me one of your favorite Christmas songs.
Father Christmas, the Kinks.
Yeah.
Beat you up
for Christmas rock. That's my favorite Christmas rock song. I'm a real traditionalist. I'm a real traditionalist when it comes to Christmas music, but I always like that one. You know,
it's a great story.
You know, the little
give all the toys to the little rich boys, right?
That's right.
You know?
Little Robin Hood, roughing up the Salvation Army Santa Claus.
Yeah, because he's collecting money, and give us your money.
That's right.
Don't waste it on them.
We'll beat you up.
Yeah. Were the Kinks like the original punk band? Were they kind of punk? In a way.
Hard rock, punk. They had a punky attitude, but they had hard rock before there was hard rock, I think.
Yeah. I always thought they were they never get really talked about in that.
I was talking to Lou and Perry on Milk Crates. I keep doing that.
Just doing it again. Keep plugging the show, buddy.
And we were talking about how the Beatles were doing their thing, and the Stones were actually heavy on some of those early albums, and the Kinks. It's heavy stuff, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep. So. All right, Mark, give me a Christmas song.
Okay, really quick.
Yeah.
I have favorite Christmas albums. Keith Emerson's Christmas album, fucking phenomenal. John Denver's Christmas album. I'm sorry, Aspen Glow, great. Larry Carlton, the man behind Steely Dan, put out a great Christmas album.
I thought that was,
are they remakes? Are they original songs?
He does the Christmas song is Winter Wonderland, Silent Night. It's kind of a smooth jazzish, but it's real jazz. It's worth checking out on.
When I like it, I'm not a jazz guy, but I love Christmas music. I've been listening to Christmas music since the week before Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I listen to it every single day. I listen to Christmas music.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh, the other one is this, Scott. We agreed. This is.
That might be the greatest Christmas album
very
ever.
special Christmas, the first one. Yeah.
So there was a resurgence of Christmas music in the 80s. So we our whole, there was some in the 70s, but we grew up with the classics from like the 50s and maybe the 60s, right? Even earlier, the 40s.
Yeah.
Christmas music. Then the 80s, all these bands just had this big resurgence of Christmas songs. Which I thought was great.
I think the Very Special Christmas really helped.
It certainly, that launched it. Yeah.
Yeah.
How many, a lot of bands wanted to be on that album.
Yeah.
That's a compilation.
Yeah. It was for the Special Olympics, and they ended up doing this like every year. There's tons of them.
Yeah, but nothing's like the original one.
The original is the best. Yeah.
Did Lou just say compilation?
Is it compilation?
No, I don't want to be Jack. I'm going to leave you alone. I'm going to be I'm not going to be. Oh, Jack, by the way, Jack said hello.
Oh, hey, I did have something for Jack. For Jack.
Hold on. Let me take the picture. I got to take the picture. Hold on.
Okay. He'll
love that. He's at Andrea Bocelli tonight, the one that got canceled, and that night he went a couple weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, and then evidently Andrea Bocelli couldn't see his way to the stage.
Oh,
ever.
Ever.
So it's like Spinal Tap.
So they canceled the show like while everybody was in their seats. But it's a redo tonight. It's a redo. I still think the guy gets more credit just because he's blind. Yeah.
Yeah.
Todd
I'm thinking of a
Sockman
Beatles
said,
song right now. Try to see it my way. And all these songs are coming to my mind.
Yeah. Big Head Todd DeWitt Sprocket said, hey, Scott, wasn't Shane McGowan born on Christmas Day? Very good. He was.
Wow.
Good stuff from Big Head Todd and him.
What city is he from? Or is it just a town?
Who?
Shane McGowan.
Me and Jack had this argument before. I know he's Irish. He's of Irish descent.
Yeah.
And me and Jack had this big argument. We could go into it, but I
Jack
believe he lived in Ireland. He moved to England, moved to London or something like that. And when he was little, but always had the Irish roots. So did you give a song, Mark, or did you?
Yeah, I'm going to give you the song that you sang to Jack so well. Last Christmas by Wham. That is a great song.
Last Christmas, I gave you my heart.
You know that video.
Very next day, you gave it away. This year, till I should and give it to someone special.
In the video, Andrew's girl is just making eyes at George the whole time.
Yeah, and he wanted nothing to do with her.
Yep.
I love George Michael. Don't get me wrong. I do. I was a big fan. I was a big fan of George Michael. I had no problem with that. The guy was pure talent. Crazy as a sprayed roach, but he was fucking talented.
Crazy as a sprayed roach.
Yep. So I'm going to go with this one. So there's a little story behind this. 2,000 Miles by the Pretenders.
Yes.
Right. So back in December of 87, it's coming up on the anniversary, actually. I believe it was like December. What's today's date? December 20th. I think it's tomorrow. I started my flight to the Philippines. Right. So I had gone through all my trainings and I went home on leave, and I was leaving to go to the Philippines on, I believe, December 21st. And so I had to fly from Logan in Boston to St. Louis. And then St. Louis is where you pick up what they called the Freedom Bird, or the Flying Tigers, right? Had a contract with evidently the military. And they would fly, airmen or soldiers or Marines or whatever. In this case, it was a plane full of airmen. Fly us from St. Louis to the Philippines. So we we take off, and it's a regular flight. It's not a military flight. It's just full of military people, right? And we take off, and it was snowing in St. Louis, and I had my headphones on, and this song comes on as the plane's flying, and I'm in the right side, so it kind of starts to bear, and I just look down over the city, and it's just covered in white, and it was so fucking cool. And I'm listening to the Christmas song, and I'm about to embark on the greatest journey of my life, and I had no idea. I had no idea what I was about to get into. There was no way you could have told me that what that place was how that place was gonna change my life. I never would have believed it. But yeah, flying over that, and then so just to kind of finish that off. Couple days later, so we land. It's like a 28-hour flight or something, and we went like in L.A. up to Alaska, over to 2 stops in Japan. So it was a long flight, and so I get off the plane, and my buddy picks me up, and we go downtown, and it's crazy. You see it's all Filipinos start celebrating Christmas like after Halloween.
It's a big Catholic country, isn't it?
Yeah, and there's no Thanksgiving there, so they start putting that stuff up at least in October.
Oh, you were in heaven then.
Well, yeah, it was fun until they always say don't go off base. When you first get there, don't go off base alone. So I wasn't about to do that. And so Christmas Eve rolls around, and we were in this threat condition Bravo, which means we were in, 1 day off, and it was just kind of because they had just killed some Americans a month before. And I'm sitting in my dorm room alone. I only know 2 people, maybe 3, but Todd was there, but he lived off base. And I'm drinking brandy eggnog by myself on Christmas Eve. I loved the brandy eggnog back in the day. And I'm reading It by Stephen King, and I'm in this, and I am fucking so depressed. I mean, I was so bummed out. I was homesick.
Yeah.
I was like, this fuck, like I know what's going on back home, and
you're halfway around the world. Yeah.
And I'm literally halfway across the planet, 16,000 miles away. Right.
Wow.
And I'm just really missing everything. But I had no idea what was going to await me after Christmas. Christmas Day was uneventful. I live in dormitory, and, I wasn't working yet. So, cause I still had to in process. And so it was just kind of a sad, that's the only Christmas that, when I was over there, that was the first Christmas I ever missed, so it was, but it was worthy. It was worth it in the end. It was worth it. And, I came out of it with flying colors, but that night was very depressing, very sad Christmas, but
yeah.
Okay. Moving on.
But you ended up falling in love with the country.
I did. It's been a part of my life since the day I landed.
Yep.
Literally, continuously.
Get the best mayonnaise in the world.
All right, Lou, give me a song, buddy.
Let's see. Merry Christmas, Baby, the Otis Redding version, not Bruce Springsteen's.
That's a good version.
Not a big fan of Bruce's Christmas material, to tell you the truth.
I don't mind it. I don't mind the Merry Christmas, Baby.
I like Bruce. If Santa Claus is coming to town or whatever, I don't want to.
Fun.
Yeah, but being where I'm from.
James Alston just said, interesting topic. My brother just married a lovely Filipino, beautiful lady. Yeah. Interesting. Yep. Mark will tell you my story one day, James. I had 2. Both named Raquel. I lost my first wife. So it wasn't a divorce. Everyone assumes that, and I'm like, I kind of have to correct that.
And then they feel really bad.
Exactly, and I enjoy that.
A little guilt.
I enjoy making them feel unnecessarily uncomfortable. All right, Mark, give me a song.
Christmas All Over Again, Tom Petty.
I haven't heard that one in a while.
I heard it for the first time on Sirius XM, and it came on. I'm like, oh, I forgot about this song.
Yeah.
Good song.
Yeah. One of my favorite songs. It's hard to say it's my favorite, but it's in the top 5. Is Christmas Wrapping by the Waitresses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Absolutely. Such a great story. In the tune, it's just a great song. And that girl, like I had said before a number of times on this podcast, the lead singer looked just like my mother when she was younger.
Wow.
Fucking could be her sister.
Wow.
It was amazing. I saw her and I was like, holy fuck, she looks just like my mother. Unfortunately, she passed away, that girl. I forget her name offhand.
Yeah.
She passed away. But, the Waitresses, they left their mark in the Christmas world, that's for sure. Yeah.
Was that, that was 80s.
That was definitely 80s.
That was definitely 80s, yeah.
I think that was early 80s. So that album came out, Mark, what, in 84?
That sounds about right. Only because I was a freshman, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, it was about 84 that came out.
Yeah.
All right, Luke, give me a song.
Their other big hit, right? They did it all in 1 year, I think. That other, I know.
Yeah,
what boys
I
like.
know what boys like. Yep.
Yeah. Sucker.
Great saxophone. Great saxophone in most of their music. That kid can play that guy can play the sax.
Yeah.
What do you got, Luke?
An old classic. I heard it today on the radio, about to make a delivery. You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. Come on. What I didn't know, my son knew this. That's not Boris Karloff doing the vocal. He narrated the movie, but
he narrated it, but he didn't sing it. Yeah.
No,
it's too high to sing.
It's a guy named Thurl Ravenscroft.
Yeah, he's got a deep voice.
Bass voice. He was the voice of Tony the Tiger.
Oh, that's good trivia.
Amongst many other things.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Now that you said that, I can connect that. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. But that's just a great song. It's classic Christmas.
Yeah.
I'm a traditionalist.
Mark?
By the way, we were opposite on Shane McGowan. He was actually born in England because his parents were visiting, and then he grew up in Tipperary, Ireland.
All right, that's me and Jack. Jack's like, no, he grew up in England, and I was like, I'm almost sure. I said, I watched the documentary. I'm sure he grew up in Ireland. Yeah.
I'm gonna go. I'm probably stealing this one from you, Scott. So I'm sorry, but It Doesn't Often Snow at Christmas by the Pet Shop Boys. That was an early favorite of mine.
Another one I haven't heard in a long time.
Never heard it at all.
It's good. It's very, very, just makes you feel good.
You know, the odds are like astronomical for it to snow on Christmas Eve, like in the Northeast.
Yeah.
Like it happens like every 15 years or something.
Yeah, I know. Wait, how many white Christmases can you remember?
Exactly. I can remember. I can remember some, but not like every Christmas. You got to live in like Wyoming for that shit.
Yeah, in this area, it actually gets warm, and we're going to go up to 50 on Christmas. So,
Jesus, 2 years ago, come to Florida. It's the same weather.
two years ago up here, we had a Christmas Eve blizzard. What it does, because it's the mountains, it's all ice. So I lived 19 miles from where I lived and where my son lives with his mother. And I remember Christmas Day, I driving over to pick him up. We counted 25 cars all off the road. It was insane.
Jesus.
It was fucking insane. And people, it wasn't like, it was 12 inches of snow. It was about 6 inches, but it's just because of the elevations. You don't go anywhere. It was insane.
Yeah.
It looked like a stock car rally.
Hey, Lou, I think sometime in 2024, me and the beautiful Dr. Vera might be taking a drive up to Asheville.
Do it, man.
Yeah. Yeah. She I don't know where that came from, but she mentioned it. She goes, Asheville, and because she was talking to somebody and they said it. She goes, yeah, I've heard of Asheville. That would be so. Well, I know somebody there.
Yeah, that would be great. It would be great to see you too.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I'm going to steal this one from you, Mark.
Yeah,
and I do love this song, although it is kind of a little testy for a Christmas song.
I know what you're going to say.
Yep. Greg Lake, I Believe in Father Christmas.
Beautiful lyrics.
They sold me, what are the
story of the Israel? Yeah, it's basically a story. But it does end on a positive note. He says, Merry Christmas, whoever, like at the end, he just says, be happy.
Yeah, basically he says, they sold me a dream of Christmas. They sold me a silent night. They told me a fairy story till I believed in the Israelite, which he's right there.
Yeah.
He's right there.
Mm-hmm.
And I believed in Father Christmas, and I looked to the sky with excited eyes till I woke with a yawn in the first light of dawn, and I saw him through his disguise.
Yeah.
See, those are lyrics.
Yeah.
Your body, your choice is not fucking lyrics in a song. They're not. Especially in a holiday song. They're ridiculous.
Do we have to go there?
I already went there.
All right.
Then
The
he
last
says,
verse. The last verse.
Huh?
The last verse is very positive.
I
right?
wish you a hopeful Christmas. I wish
Yeah.
you a brave new year. All anguish, pain, and sadness. Leave your heart and let your road be clear. They say there'll be snow at Christmas. They say there'll be peace on earth. Hallelujah, Noel. Be it heaven or hell. This is the line right here. The Christmas we get, we deserve.
Christmas Carol.
That could, yeah. That's an interesting line right there.
Yeah. Yeah. He wrote that song with Pete Sinfield, who wrote many songs with him. And he's got a few songs that are very atheistic. They're knocking religion because in England they grew up. I mean, he grew up in a church choir. So
the Anglican church. Was that a solo single? Was that an album?
Solo.
it was a solo single, but it got released under the ELP name.
Everyone thought it was an ELP. That's why.
And if you notice, there's one version where at the very end you hear Keith come in on the piano. Dun dun dun. That's how they got Keith in there to make it. There's some without it. That's the solo version. So
yeah. And the video is an Israeli soldier.
Yeah.
In the desert, right? Trying to get home to his family.
Yeah.
How apropos for what's going on today.
I should share it on we should share it on Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah. Always.
See, I use the word apropos. See that?
See
how I slipped that in?
It's very Pacific.
Yeah. Yeah. You have to use that in a very Pacific way.
It's got to be apropos to the situation.
That's right. So, okay, Mr. Burgundy, let's give us the next song.
Christmas, in parentheses, Baby, Please Come Home by the great Darlene Love.
I like that version, but I like U2's version. Really.
I like U2's version too.
I love U2's version.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do a really good job at that.
I had the pleasure and honor of escorting Darlene Love around New York City with my friend when we worked at a nightclub, The Bottom Line. She was doing a show. Cool lady. That was a lot of fun.
I bet.
And you know the song River Deep, Mountain High? Phil Spector's first big flop, Ike and Tina.
Yeah.
Darlene Love's version kills the original. I heard it not too long ago. I said, wow, because I'm not a big fan of the Tina's version. And Darlene Love, it's so far superior, but she was great singer.
All right. Mark?
I'm going to go with, I'm surprised she recorded it, but since Sinead O'Connor's Silent Night, it's haunting, it's beautiful, it makes you want to cry. Yeah. And you could tell with her experience, she really did put her heart and soul into that song.
I think every time she sang, she did.
Sure.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we know that.
You know?
Yeah. She never sang without feeling it, that's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I got to go with this classic. Christmas in Hollis, Run DMC.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's a great Christmas song. It tells a good story. It's funny. You know, it's clever. It's very clever the way they wrote it. You know?
Yep.
But Christmas in Hollis. It's Christmas time in Hollis, Queens. Mom's cooking apples and collard greens. Lou.
Christmas in Jail by John Prine.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if I've heard that one.
It's one of those tales of just getting drunk and getting locked up on Christmas, you know, in his own charming way.
Yeah.
Well, that's what Fairy Tale in New York. He starts off, he's in jail.
Yeah, there you go.
He tells the whole story. He's in jail.
I did finally listen to it, by the way.
It's good, right?
Yeah, it's a beautiful song. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
He looks young in the video.
Robert Kirkman, a.k.a. Dr. Pork Chops, is bah humbug. You know what? Then go watch another live stream. Christmas jerk.
He doesn't like Christmas.
I guess not. Mark.
We're going to go with Christmas is the Time to Say I Love You by Billy Squier. I have an affinity for that song. I know he sings it rather high in falsetto, but it's still good.
It's okay.
I forgot about that one.
Yeah, it's okay.
There's a whole video with that, right? Was that for one of those MTV specials?
It was produced by Mac, who was the Queen producer and produced his first album. So it was a legitimate, I think it was a single. It was a 45. Remember 45s?
Yeah. But I remember singing an MTV special. It was almost like a variety show, I think. But he did that song. I believe. Poor Billy.
Probably the most 80s Christmas song ever. Okay. I can't find another 80s Christmas song that really, really gives you the 80s vibe. And I love this song. Wonderful Christmas Time, Paul McCartney. Oh. With the little ding, 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 ding.
I hate
it. Ding, 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 ding. You know, I love synth. You know, I love the synth.
I know, but that's the wrong synth. Paul McCartney, you're a Beatle. You're a former Beatle. John Lennon put out a great Christmas song. You got to put out. No, he goes.
No, John Lennon lied.
I think they both suck. Actually.
John Lennon lied.
I hated that period of Paul McCartney. I couldn't stand it.
I read a review of that song, said it sounded like he found a Casio keyboard in his stocking and decided to write a song.
But you know, it's a it's a classic.
It is. It's all over the radio.
I love it. I love it.
Covered too.
Young Amanda, she loves it too.
Ding dong, ding dong.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a fun, light song.
And he says dong.
Yeah.
You know, but I love the synth that no other song.
It's so cheesy. It's so terrible.
Christmas song of the 80s.
It's like
temporary. Just say that's the 80s right there.
Oh yeah.
That is like Rocking Around the Christmas Tree. Brenda Lee has that guitar that sounds like you ever watch Ren and Stimpy? The cartoon Ren and Stimpy. No. At the beginning, they got that. It's that 50s. It's that 50s like rockabilly guitar, that high twang.
Yeah.
You know, damn.
You idiot.
Tells that you idiot. That tells you right there that that's a 50s song right there. You know. So, Lou.
Okay, a Christmas song that is not a Christmas song, but it always played during Christmas. "Closer to the Heart" by Rush.
Yeah,
has nothing to do with Christmas. It just sounds like a Christmas song.
NEW in New York plays it.
It's got the bells in it. Neil Peart's playing those.
Yeah. I'm gonna come up. When it comes to my turn, I have an equal to that.
Okay, it's a great song. I listen.
Yeah, close to that. I've never heard it around Christmas though, but
okay.
Yeah, Mark.
Where to go? "Step Into Christmas" by Elton John.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that Merry Christmas? Merry Christmas.
It's got the Philadelphia sound.
Nice upbeat number.
Yeah. It sounds like old Elton too.
Yeah, it does. It does.
You know what I'm fucking sick of? I've come to the conclusion this year. I am sick of fucking Elvis Presley Christmas songs. I don't like them. And that "Have a Blue Christmas," I really despise that song now.
Really?
It's one of those songs that just, I had this epiphany, like, I don't fucking like this song.
Yeah.
I don't know why I've been faking it all these years. I don't like this song. I never listened to the full, I never listened to it all the way through unless it's in the background. Yeah. But I don't like that song.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had it on my list of songs I don't like.
Robert Kirkman's a Grinch.
What does he say? When you work for the post office, you learn to hate Christmas. Well, you know what? You get the Christmas you deserve. Right?
When you work in retail, you can learn to hate Christmas too.
We get the Christmas we deserve. Yeah. You don't like it, it don't like you. How's that?
Lump of coal.
Yeah. Yeah, Lou. So I've talked about this last year. It's not a Christmas song, but it always feels like a Christmas song to me. So it always goes on my playlist. "Life in a Northern Town" by the Dream Academy.
You've said that before.
It just has, to me, it has a Christmas feel to it. Just
Does it really?
At the beginning, you hear the right, the wind. Okay. Then at one point they mention in winter 1963. Although it's kind of, he's in there in the springtime or the summer or whatever, but. It just, and I grew up and we all grew up in a northern town,
yes, we did.
And it just, I don't know why. And there's the bells in it, like "Closer to the Heart," right? And it just gives me a Christmas feel. So I always put it in my Christmas playlist, but it really doesn't have anything to do with Christmas.
Right. To me, that's a summer song to me, but I get the vibe that you're feeling from that.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's hit a couple more. Lou?
Let's see. It's an old classic. My mom used to sing this a lot. "What Child Is This?" Green Sleeves.
Oh,
Yeah. Great melody.
Beautiful melody.
Yeah. Mark?
And she had a beautiful voice, my mother.
So it's kind of sappy, but Bryan Adams recorded a song Christmas Time. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
I like it.
It is kind of sappy. Yeah.
It just appeared. It had a nice melody. I am a sucker for a melody.
It's not ringing a bell.
You know it if you heard it. It was a hit that year. Yeah.
Yeah. Dave Phillips, King of the 45s, gives Paul McCartney a thumbs down. Well, you know what? If I could put you in the penalty box,
right,
Dave Phillips, I would.
Thumbs up to Dave.
You know what? Just because of you, Dave Phillips, Mark goes in the penalty box. How's that? He's going to serve your time. Every time you wise off, Dave Phillips, Mark goes in the penalty box. How's that? So if you like Mark, you better be good. For goodness sake.
So Dean just posted it's a New Year's Eve song.
What? Same Old Lang Syne?
Dan Fogelberg song.
Is that it's a New Year's Eve song, yeah.
Played at Christmas though.
But it's played at Christmas and New Year's. I've always heard it at New Year's. I know.
How about George Harrison's Ring Out the Old, Ring in the New?
Well, why don't we wait for the New Year's songs for that?
Yeah.
I can't look around corners, man. That's like 2 weeks away, man.
I can't look around corners. I can't look around corners. What the fuck, Lou?
Days away.
I'm gonna go with this one. I always loved this song. It's a lie. It's a big lie. Even Paul McCartney called it a lie. But Happy Xmas, War is Over.
It's a great song.
I do. I just
Paul should have put that kind of work into his song instead of a doink, 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 doink.
Paul had fun.
Paul was
John was
stoned.
all serious.
No, Paul was getting stoned at a Casio going, doink, 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 doink.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the cover of the album. I hate the cover of that album. Ooh, what the hell is he doing?
I like the cover. I like the cover better than the song.
He's doing that Paul face.
I know.
You know?
Did you guys see the picture of the Beatle Boys I put on my Facebook page?
Yeah.
Is that weird or what? They're clones of their fathers.
Yeah. Hey, I want to talk about one quick song, and it's not even a Christmas song. It's one of those holiday songs, right? I want to kind of break it down a little. So, and I'm going to try to do this in the voice of Christopher Walken. Okay, I'm going to try.
All right,
bear with me. So, Frosty, snowman. He's a snowman, right? But how did he become a man? It's all because of the hat. That hat. Kids, they find that hat. But you don't know where that hat came from. But I can tell you, I know where it came from. See, that hat once belonged to a soldier. Oh, and he wasn't just any soldier. He was a killer. Saw it all. He lived the wars. He ate the wars. He ate them. Through it all, he comes out angry, as his hat. And one day, in a dementia-ridden rage, throws the hat, throws it away. Till the kids pick it up. You see, these kids, they built a snowman, right? He had a button nose, he had charcoal eyes. They take this hat and they put it on him. He comes alive. He was Frosty. But see, Frosty wasn't angry like the man. Frosty loved these kids. Loved them. He decided he's going to play with them. But you see, it was a sunny day. Frosty knew. He knew he was going to go play with these kids. It was a suicide mission. I mean, he's not going to make it, but he knows. It's for the kids. He's wearing the hat of a warrior. So Frosty goes on, plays with those kids, plays with them all day. They throw snowballs. They laugh. He's laughing. till it starts. You see, Frosty started to melt, and he knew this. Frosty knew this. Now Frosty had an option. He could stay there and melt in front of these children and traumatize them. But Frosty's he's a soldier. He's gonna die a soldier's death. He's wearing the hat. He's got the corncob pipe. It's like the MacArthur of snowmen. So Frosty tells the children, I gotta go. I'll be back again someday. But Frosty knew. No, there was no coming back. This was a suicide mission. But he did it for the kids. So Frosty ducks out. Finds a location. He's away from everybody. And in his last, he's melting. What a horrible death that must be. He's melting. In his last act of defiance, Frosty takes his snowman chin, lifts it to the sky, looking at the sun, his enemy. He's looking his enemy straight in the eye. Frosty raises his snowman arm and gives his middle finger to the sun and says, fuck you, son. And he died right there. But Frosty went out with honor and dignity. That's important in a snowman's life. Gotta die with dignity. Too many snowmen, they have no dignity. They're dirty in the end. They're nasty. And all that's left is a button nose and some charcoal eyes. But not Frosty. Oh, no. Frosty went out like a snowman. And that's the end of the story.
Nice, brilliant.
Good one.
That's the story.
That was improv. That was improv, man.
Just what the hell?
You went a little Jimmy Durante there a couple times, though.
I don't know. Well, he was the voice of some Frosty, so you know.
When are we gonna have story time with Scott on YouTube?
Should be sitting in front of a fireplace.
Yeah, that's the story of Frosty the Snowman. All right, let's get into the songs we don't like.
I got a few.
Christmas songs we don't like.
That's a short list for me.
Yeah, well, we're already almost an hour into it, so this short might be good.
I did hear one of the crappiest things of all time tonight.
What's that?
What is it called? Wait a minute. Oh, it's John Bon Jovi's version of Backdoor Santa. Oh my God.
Oh,
Paul. That's on this album. Worst song
that's
on
the
this
cover.
album.
That's right. Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
And his whole beginning, he's trying to sound like Bruce Springsteen. Okay, boys. Like,
I hate when he does that. He's not Bruce.
No, he's not.
So we all know that he's aged into an old lesbian, right? We all know this, right? But have you seen Grace Slick lately? She looks like an old gay man.
She's alive.
She looks horrible. Holy smokes! It's like, what happened to you, dude?
She looks like if you were delivering something and she answered,
looks like Janis Joplin. Huh?
You would just run. She looks scary.
Janis Joplin at this point, compared to what Grace Slick looks like, is maybe good looking. Grace Slick is bizarre looking right now.
She's got really short hair now, doesn't she? Or no?
It's just she has this giant. It's like a Jabba the Hutt neck. There's no
80.
chin line. It's like she's melting into herself.
And she always had crazy eyes.
Well, that's the least of her problems now.
You know what she looks like? In what was the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie where he goes to Mars? What movie was that?
Oh yeah.
Remember he's got the woman. And he just that's what it looks like, the big neck. And
exactly. Yeah. All right, Mark, give me a song you don't like.
I never did like the Little Drummer Boy by Bing Crosby and David Bowie. It's forced. It's just too forced.
You're what the?
What?
I don't like it.
You must read Rolling Stone magazine because.
Can I put him in the penalty box?
You know what, Lou? Lou called the shot. Penalty box.
I'm sorry, Mark. I love that song.
That's a great song.
It's a great song. He says it's forced.
And the story behind it, there was a one taker.
Yeah, peace on earth, man.
Yeah, they did that in one take.
That was a one taker. Okay.
Yeah, when they went into the studio, they knew they were going to do it, but they recorded it and there was one take. All right, he's back.
Sorry, Mark.
Peace on earth. Oh, shut up, David. Sorry.
You're starting to sound like me. Come on, let it out, Mark. Yeah. It feels good, buddy. Let it out.
You know what? Maybe it's because too many people said, it's amazing. He sings with a classic legend. Like, I just hate when people fawn over a song because of that.
Hey, Lou. Dean Farron says, sounded more like Christopher Walken to me. I don't think he got your Jimmy Durante joke.
Okay. That's not a banana. That's my nose.
I do like that he said he kept his watch in his ass.
Yeah, he did. He put
that
that up there.
Uncomfortable piece of metal in his ass.
And they found the watch with a puddle around it.
He eventually died of dysentery, but gave me that watch to give to you. Which
did that kid look like a little Bruce Willis or what?
Yeah, he did.
That's some really good casting.
You know the song, my number one song is it's fucking ridiculous. It's Do They Know It's Christmas?
I love it.
Feed the World, whatever.
Great song.
It's not.
I thought you liked that one.
It is.
It's not.
It is. I'm
telling you.
I'm telling you.
So let me ask you this. Let me ask you this then.
Mark's getting a spine. Sorry.
Let's see. I have it right here. So I'm gonna give you a little breakdown of this. So it's do they know it's Christmas time in Africa? No, they don't. Number one.
I'm gonna read the lyrics again. Here we go.
No. I'm not gonna read the lyrics. I'm not gonna read the lyrics. No.
Metaphors.
No. And then there won't be snow in Africa this Christmas. You know where else there won't be snow? Fucking Florida. Okay? Not gonna be snow here. Why didn't they sing it about Florida?
There won't be presents. There won't be anything. They won't even have food.
So
it's a metaphor for cocaine.
Is this so? First, they do this thing about Africa. They sing the whole song about Africa, right? Whole thing about Africa, right? But then at the end, these idiots say, "Feed the world." What's it gonna be? Africa or the world?
Well, you could say that about Father Christmas. Does he care? Does he hate Christmas, or is he like?
No. You can't compare the two. There's no comparing. No, this is. Are you feeding Africa? Or are you fucking feeding the world? Make up our minds. Okay. And by the way, Mark, from your favorite magazine, Rolling Stone, number 3 worst Christmas song ever.
Well, they do have opinions.
Yeah.
Well, this is what they say. Band-Aid is a good name for a group of. Here you go. You ready, Lou? You ready for this? Okay. This is the shit that Mark reads all the fucking time. I love you, Mark. I love you. Know that, buddy. But I'm just going to say it. Band-Aid is a good name for a group of mostly white, mostly rich celebrities.
They're all white, weren't they?
No,
belting out a smug mess of colonialism. What the fuck? When did we colonize fucking Africa? Last time I checked, we didn't have any bases there.
Well, I think England did.
They were talking about
Rhodesia. This is Rolling Stone. This isn't the England version of Rolling Stone.
They were saying that these largely British artists were singing.
Did you say Kool and the Gang were on Band-Aid?
Yeah, look on the picture of the whole thing.
They're in there. They're in there.
Did they let you do anything?
Oh, I'm not done yet. Mostly rich celebrities belting out a smug mess of colonialism, racist stereotypes. Where is that?
Sounds like song? Rolling Stone.
Where is that in the song? And geographic ineptitude to quickly, quote, feed the world, right? I agree with this idiot there. Please don't tell us the intentions were good. Let me see. Please don't tell us the intentions were good. That way lies the road to hell. You may already know the backstory. Bob Geldof saw a BBC report on famine in Ethiopia, and he and Midge Ure decided to write his song. Famous pals like Sting, Bono, George Michael, Paul McCartney heeded the call to assemble in 1984. Do They Know It's Christmas has been stuck in heavy holiday rotation. Sure, it's raised millions of dollars, but even Geldof calls it one of the 2 worst songs in history.
Bob Geldof said that.
Yeah. The other Geldof told Australian Daily is another supergroup tune for charity, We Are the World. Worst songs ever.
We Are the World. I can't take it. I can't take it.
Neither this one. He even says, he goes, it's a stupid song.
Did you ever hear the Canadian version? I don't remember what it was, the name of it, but Geddy Lee's in it. And he's, oh, man.
I love the heavy metal version. There was a metal. They did a metal.
Hearing aid.
Yeah.
That was for actually children in Kosovo. It was for a European country. Richie Blackmore helped get it together. Yeah, that was classic.
Yeah.
But
could they have
Rolling
sung
Stone,
Feed the Poor instead of Feed the World?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, listen, Rolling Stone hates most of the music I like. I should hate them because they hate prog. They hate a lot of stuff. They like indie. If you're an indie band, they love you.
With the stereotypes. There's no stereotypes in that song, though. I've analyzed this song numerous times. There's no stereotypes in there.
I like this song.
Do you think Sting insisted on singing the line with the bitter sting of tears? Because he did sing that line. Is that like...
All right, Luke, give me a song.
Dominic the fucking donkey.
Oh, that was my next one. What an insult to the Australians.
You know, it's like What's the Matter? You ever hear that song?
What's the matter for you?
Yeah. Oh my God. It's just insane.
I mean, Santa uses donkeys to visit his paisans because reindeer can't climb hills. Wait a minute, idiot. You stupid Italian. Fucking reindeers fly.
That's right.
Okay? They fly. They're not walking up the hills.
Flying donkeys.
Yeah.
I don't know if that song came out in 1960. I thought it was fairly recent.
Yeah, Lou Monte, right?
Yeah, Lou Monte.
And any song goes, hee-haw, hee-haw. Shut the fuck up.
God, it's awful.
All right, Mark, give us a hateful Christmas song.
May be surprised to hear me say this because you know I'm a metalhead, but the Trans-Siberian Orchestra song "Christmas Eve," Sarajevo, dun, 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 dun. It's too cliched, and they used it in a BMW ad. I think you know what I'm talking about. They do "Carol of the Bells."
Yeah,
it's just that whole They came from the ashes of a band called Savatage, which I loved. And they knew they made money. You know, they knew how to make money, but it's so cliched and it's in commercials. It's everywhere. I turn it off when it comes on.
Dave Phillips, King of the 45, says, "What? Dominic the Donkey is my favorite." It would be.
Yeah. You're not.
You can have it.
Dave. Yeah.
So, my first wife and I, God rest her soul, we went to the Hard Rock live. Probably it was like 2010, and we saw the Trans-Siberian Orchestra do a Christmas show.
Yeah,
they had a nice guy, narrating a story, and then there would be music, and it was a nice thing. So we're sitting there, and there's this lady sitting in front of us, and there's some empty seats or something. So all of a sudden, these three young kids, Navy, they're in uniforms. So this is right before Christmas, so the ship must have been in Fort Lauderdale, right? So they probably got free tickets. So they sit down, and this kid sits next to this lady, and she's probably in her 40s at the time, mid to late 40s, and she starts talking to the kid, right? She starts talking, and she's not whispering. She's like fucking talking like you and I are talking right now.
Yeah.
So what ship are you on? In the fucking music, and people in the eye, like, I'm looking down the row, and people are like putting their hands up like, what the fuck, lady, right?
Yeah.
And this goes on for like 5 minutes. So finally, I just lean over. I say, can you keep it down a little? We're trying to watch the show. I didn't say it aggressively. I said, hey, listen, can you keep it down? We're trying to.
Because we spent $100 on these tickets.
No, I actually got them for free.
Okay.
A friend of mine's, he's on the res. He's on the reservation. He's a Seminole. So he's like, hey, I got these tickets for free. So he hooked me up. Cool. And see, I have a very diversified group of friends, Mark.
Here we go.
Very diverse group of friends. So I say to the lady, can you keep it down? And she looks at me with this fucking scowl.
Mm-hmm.
And then she says to the kid in that same voice, that same, normal, she goes, evidently some people don't have respect for the uniform.
Oh shit. You beat her up, didn't you?
No, I should have. I lean in, I said, just so you fucking know, I fucking served this country for 10 years. I didn't just serve this country for 10 years. I fucking carried a gun for this country for 10 years. I served overseas. and I serve stateside. So the next time you run your fucking mouth about saying somebody doesn't respect the uniform, you probably fucking should ask them if they've ever served first. Because I did. Did you? Dude. First of all, my wife just sat back. She knew what was coming. God bless her. She was just like, here we go. And I said it loud enough so the people around me could hear it too. And she gets all, woof, woof. And she just gets up and fucking leaves, right? And people are like, like, and the music's playing, right? But you see people like thumbs up. And this fucking kid is just sitting there now. And he's kind of like, oh, shit. And he turns around, he goes, sir, I apologize, sir. I said, no, kid, you're good, man. Thanks for your service. You're good. It wasn't you. Enjoy the show. Be safe. Yeah. Enjoy your time. You did nothing. Because he thought I was going to beat him up.
Oh.
He thought I was going to beat him up.
That's uncomfortable if somebody starts to talk to you in a situation like that.
And he didn't know her. That's the thing. He must have been at one point like, what the fuck did she just get me into?
Right.
This guy's going to kill me.
Just loose cannon in the chair
she
behind
got
me.
All poof, poof.
Look, this whole talking thing, though, it's a part of our society now. I went to see Pat Metheny, and during a quiet part of the show, Pat gets very quiet. These 3 girls came in and they're drunk and they start talking loud. Like even Pat could hear it. I was at a Yes show, the Yes show I saw last year. They had Roger Dean come out in the beginning. He's the guy who did all their covers, the guy that painted all those wild albums. And he talked. That was the opening act. Behind me, lady, I don't think these are our seats. No, I don't know where they are. Let me look around. And she's talking. And I looked at her. I'm like, people just don't understand being, what's the word?
Respectful.
Yeah, because if you want to put it to the basic thing, like I want to enjoy the concert, but also yes, I did pay $150 for this ticket. I'll be really pissed if you're going to ruin it for me, And people that get drunk and talk really loud at concerts, they paid for that ticket. They're paying absorbent fees for the drinks, and then it's like, come on, shut up. I can't take going out anymore. Movies too. People talking movies. It's just our society.
Yeah, it's the Rolling Stone Society. Anyway, no, like Morrissey, they were nice people. They were brother and sister, but they were not. They were drunk, and yeah. I mean, they weren't loud, but they were talking during. And my question was, why do you spend all this money to come to a show?
Yeah,
and you're just kind of talking during the whole thing. You're not. It's like, do you pay to just be here?
Go home,
put
a CD on, get some drinks in you, and talk over the CD.
Yeah. Yeah. When I saw Nick Cave, my friend Phil Kelly, who hates the Paul McCartney song, by the way, he fucking's with you. He hates that song, right? So we were on the last 2 seats right at the aisle, and there was there were 2 gay guys, and they were kind of the next seats down, and one of them kept getting up and going to get a drink, right? And I mentioned the gay because it's kind of funny at the end. And the guy gets up, keeps coming back, and like, so we got to stand up. And, he goes, and finally, like, my friend Phil says, yeah, get me like a Jack and Coke while you're there. Like, and he looks at me and laughs, right? So the guy comes walking down, and he has the usher with him. And the usher's like, he says, he bought this for you. And the guy goes, hey, like, sorry for all the interference.
Well, that was nice.
Well, then my friend Phil, in typical Phil Kelly fashion, takes a sip. He goes, this isn't what I ordered. He goes, I'm only kidding. It's exactly what I ordered. Hey, this isn't what I ordered. But during the show, like, people getting up, and I don't get that either.
Look, I don't have the best bladder, so I actually get aisle seats, because if you have to get up, it's one thing to be on an aisle, and I rush up, I crouch.
You're a big guy too.
But yeah, especially the older theaters, like up here we have Tarrytown Music Hall, Englewood. These are old theaters, so the seats are cramped anyway, and if you have to go down the whole aisle, everybody has to stand up, and it's like, ugh, I feel bad. I'd rather have my back teeth swimming than go to the bathroom doing that.
Did Dave Phillips tell me to lighten up? Did he tell me? Did Dave Phillips say it's funny, lighten up?
But Dominic the donkey.
He told me to lighten up. Oh, guess what, Dave? Mark goes in the penalty box. See? You want to play games, Dave? Mark pays the price. Somebody's gonna pay.
That's not fair.
It's somebody's got to pay for his orneriness.
Hey, I get
Sorry,
a break.
Mark.
I don't care.
The break. All right, let's get back to the Christmas show.
Yeah.
Lou, give me another one. A song you don't like.
I didn't get a chance to hear it. I saw the title and it was shocked and appalled. It was Tiny Tim, Santa Claus Has Got the AIDS.
Oh,
have you ever heard it?
No.
I didn't get a chance to listen to it. I was like, what the hell,
oh
man?
my God.
I'm like,
Santa Claus Has Got the AIDS? That's the name of the song?
That's the name of the song. And Tiny Tim. So it's got a ukulele on it. I was like, come on. That's a blasphemy.
Let's
you gonna play it?
I'm gonna try to find this thing.
Yeah.
Let's see. Search.
Santa Claus has got the AIDS.
Let me see. Tiny Tim.
You got it from a reindeer.
Santa Claus Has Got the AIDS. Here we go. Let's see.
Not made to make fun of anybody. This was not made for humor, any sadistic humor. It's hard to explain. This song was written in 1980 or 81, just lying at 2, 3 in the morning. An idea came to me. It sounded funny because AIDS was a very, very minor word. The biggest thing about AIDS.
Let's get to the song.
Oh, has got the AIDS this year. He won't be singing out ho, 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 ho. But he'll be yelling out no, 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 no. The nurses all look sad, 'cause Santa's got it bad.
I might like that song. I might like that song.
I gotta say, when his falsetto was gone at that point.
But it's still good. I might like that song.
Santa's got it bad.
It's hilarious.
Oh my God.
The nurses are all sad because Santa's got it bad.
Wow. That is terrible, though.
Santa Claus has got the AIDS. Doesn't have AIDS. He's got the AIDS.
It's like the sugar. He's got the sugar.
He's got the sugar. Yeah. He's got the croup.
Oh, that's a great one.
Wow.
That's a great one. Give me one, Mark.
Any version of I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus, it's just creepy.
So you stole it. I was going to say the Jackson 5. I don't like that song.
I remember.
I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus.
John Cougar's version was.
There's kissing, and there's also like making out with Santa Claus. Maybe she just, it's like a little kiss, a little peck on the cheek. It's Santa Claus.
So there's a movie that came out in 1980 called Santa Evil. All right.
Yeah.
And the kid, did you ever see it?
I think so. My son.
The kid catches his mommy giving head to Santa.
Oh no, I didn't see that one. No.
And he's traumatized by it, right?
Not the one my son saw.
And he goes and as he gets older, it's a bizarre, demented movie. I mean, yeah. So there's that.
Well, Santa only comes once a year,
Oh.
Let's see. What else don't I like? I got another one over here. I know there's more than a few. Oh, you know what I have a problem with? Fucking 12 Days of Christmas.
It's too long.
Fucking, who gives somebody 78 gifts? This doesn't happen, right?
And it's too many words to remember if you're going to sing it.
Well, first of all,
you guys are cynical.
Out of those 78 things, I can only use 22 of them. So about a quarter of them is all. The other 3/4 is garbage to me.
What are leaping lords?
Do I need 12 drummers drumming?
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
You do. No. I do.
11 pipers piping. What the fuck do I need them for?
They're hitting the pipe, man.
10 Lords of Leaping. I don't need 10 gay guys jumping around my room.
Like the Lord of the Dance.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or the Irish
leaping around.
Michael Flatley is what
I love gay people. Don't get me wrong, but I don't need them leaping around my house. I really don't.
Michael Flatley is not gay.
Well, it doesn't matter.
He's a good Irish boy.
Now 9 ladies dancing. I could use that.
Look how many omelets you can make with 3 French hens.
I don't know. But I can use 9 ladies dancing. 9 dancing ladies. That I could use, right?
8 swans are swimming.
No. Then 8 maids are milking. I could use them too.
Yeah.
They're fun girls.
What if they're milking the lords?
They're fun girls. Hey,
they're milking the lords while
no,
they're
I got
leaving.
rid of
There's
them.
one-
I got rid
one
of those
lord-
gifts. They didn't even make it through the door. No. I got a house full of women, right? Then it gets a lot of birds. This person gave their love a lot of fucking birds.
And bird shit.
Who needs fucking 7 swans, 6 geese? I could use the 5 golden rings,
Sure.
right? Could pawn them.
4 calling birds.
What do I need calling? What is a calling bird, by the way?
The pigeons, messenger pigeon.
Then just call them pigeons.
I don't know. I'm just guessing.
I'm guessing. French hens, right? 3 French hens. Fuck. What are you going to do with those?
You can eat them.
2 turtle doves. Has anyone ever seen a turtle dove? Other than Google?
No, actually, I haven't.
No. I've seen mourning doves. I've seen white doves. But I've never seen a turtle dove. And that partridge in a pear tree. Now you're getting 2 things you really don't need.
It's
What do
a
you need a pear
partridge
tree
family.
for?
Pear tree. Oh my God.
Oh, wait. That's a long
Whoa.
one. Holy smokes.
What?
All right, let's
Novel.
see. Todd, Big Head Todd the Wet Sprocket just said 2 turtle doves equals the Old and the New Testament, 3 French hens, faith, hope, and chat. Oh, this is a copy and paste. There's no way he's smart enough to write all this. First of all, without any spelling errors, no, that's impossible.
Even with that big head?
Even with that big head, tiny brain. Doesn't mean he has a big brain. Tiny brain. Tiny brain.
7 swans. are
Theological virtues, 4 calling birds. What? The 4 gospels and or 5 evangelists, 5 golden rings. First 5 books of the Old Testament, the Pentateuch. What's this? Stanley Tucci? Stanley Tucci. Which gives the history of man's fallen in grace 6. Get the fuck out of here with that stuff.
Wow,
Hey,
that's heavy.
yeah,
That's
in a
some
weird way,
deep
it makes sense. So it's another way
Yeah.
that the church.
Nah,
slipped in.
it's if I could, how do I get that off the screen?
What-
He
what's a
took up
beati-
the entire screen.
What is a beatitude?
beatitude. I had to
Beatitude.
learn all that stuff in Lutheran school.
I don't know, but
I
he
think
just
it's. I
took
think
up
he's right
the
though.
whole
It's a way
screen.
that the church fizzled religion into a song that we didn't think is religious. So
Feliz Navidad. Let me see, what time is it? Yeah, Dave Phillips, every night at 9 o'clock, he has to go to bed.
Right there.
Merry Christmas
He's
Day.
going to
Feliz
take his
Navidad.
pills. He's going to take his pills. And he's going to go to bed.
That
He's
was
going to
on
have
my
his
list
little
of good
warm
songs.
glass of milk. Dave Phillips, king of the 45s. Yeah. Mark, you're safe now. You're safe for the rest of the
I
show.
have to go to the bathroom.
Go to the bathroom. You know what to do.
You didn't give me my hall pass.
No. All right, Lou, give me one more song that you don't like.
Grandma got run over by a reindeer.
I'm with you.
Oh.
I'm with you, man.
And they say it's
I
a
don't
new
like novel. I
classic.
guess I don't like. What's that?
They say it's a new classic. They forced it on us. They say it's a classic. They made the movie.
That's
Maroon
right. That's right, they
5.
did.
Maroon 5 did Happy Christmas. War is over. Maroon 5. did
Yeah,
that.
I know. It was
I heard-
horrible.
Fuck was
I
that
heard-
garbage?
I heard it was awful.
Oh, no one else could do that song. That's one of those songs. Nobody else can do it.
Yeah.
I can beat you with that.
It's to use Mark's term, it's forced.
Yeah.
Or as Mark said, it's forced.
May the force be with you, Scott.
May the fourth be
Forced-
with you.
Or it's like Bowie and Der Bingle.
Yeah. What Lou said.
Yeah.
Whatever he said. I don't even know what he said just then.
Bowie and Der
Shut up.
Bingle. That was Bing Crosby's nickname, Der Bingle.
Oh, okay. Like I said,
Now,
any
if he ever did a thing with Guns N' Roses, it would be called Welcome to Der Bingle.
penalty box. Penalty box. For
He
bad
needed a break
jokes.
too.
That's a bad joke. That was forced.
I got one that's worse than Maroon 5.
Okay,
Did you
go on.
ever-
Welcome to Der Bingle.
Welcome to the bingo.
That wasn't
Welcome
forced.
to the bingo.
Oh, bo, 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 bo.
You know where you are? You're in the bingo hall, baby. You're gonna die.
06.
Everybody
Welcome
loves
to
him,
the
don't they?
bingo. Oh, go on, Mark. I'm sorry.
I-22. Sorry, memories. Bare Naked Ladies, who I just can't stand.
I never liked them.
They did a version of Jingle Bells that is so ill enrage you just to hear how stupid
Jingle Bells.
I hate the name because they were obviously a frat rock band. All those those stupid names that came about in the 90s because they were college, right? You know?
Yeah.
Oh no, they're talented. I don't care. I've never heard a song from them I like. But yeah, Jingle Bells. If it comes on the radio, turn it off. Turn it off. Just
any Christmas song by John Popper or Blues Traveler. I fucking can't stand that guy's voice.
I can't.
The fat guy that wears a vest full of harmonicas and wears a stupid fucking Australian hat. Are you kidding me? This guy's like, oh, and then he got skinny and no one liked him anymore.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He did. Yeah.
The vest didn't.
They all do. I remember that comedian Janine Garofalo.
Yeah.
Little girl, kind of cute. Yeah. She used to make all these fat jokes. I'm fat. I know. I love being me. Then all of a sudden she got skinny.
Yeah.
Like she got skinny. She was cute. She was kind of like adorable type cute.
Yeah.
But yeah, she got skinny all of a sudden. They all use the fat thing as like, haha, look at me. Even today, all this fat shaming that you see these girls, these guys that wearing the half shirts and the bellies hanging out. They all want to be skinny. They all want to be skinny. Mark, you and me, have you ever wanted to be fat?
No, and I'm not going to have my belly hanging out.
Exactly. Have some dignity.
4XL t-shirts,
Well, you are 6'8" anyway, so.
Oh.
Whatever you are, 6'4".
Yeah, it's true. I thought you meant my shirt size, 6'8".
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, my brother Colin said you are that perfect guy to just stand behind somebody and just not say a word. Just don't try to fight. You'll blow the whole cover. And I'm only saying that because you self-admitted you're not a fighter, right?
I'm not, but I've had situations that have diffused, I think, because of my height.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. So a friend of mine just said that to me recently. He's a big kid. He's from Buffalo, and he recently got in this kick. He's like,'ll kick your ass. Okay. I'm like, do you really know what you're saying?
Don't say it because someone will take you up on it.
He just kept saying. And then I gave him the Mike Tyson line, okay, that's good. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the mouth.
Yeah.
Then to see how it works, right?
And it hurts to get punched in the mouth.
It hurts to get punched, period.
And he says to me, I go, you serious? He goes, no, I'm not serious. He goes, I've never been in a fight in my life. I go, what the fuck are you talking shit to me for then? He goes, it's fun because I get a reaction out of you. But I'm not fighting. I go, I said, you've never been in a fight? He goes, I never had to. And I said, why haven't you? He said, because I get loud. He's like you, Mark. Big guy, right?
Yeah.
And he just gets the crazy eyes and he gets loud and people are like, all right, dude, relax.
When I was in my early 20s and I worked at the cassette CPI, Lou, I used to, that term bitch slap, right? That was big in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
I went a bitch, I would say that to everybody. We had a guy in shipping, Rich. He looked like Greg Allman. He didn't care what he did in life.
He was no angel.
No, he was grizzled. And he was actually a friend of mine. But one day I said, I ought to bitch slap you. Before I knew it, I got it. Like the Will Smith slap, that kind, like right on my cheek.
Oh, wow.
Right away, my cheek was swelling up. I couldn't feel my cheek then. And for like 2 days, everything was swollen. And I never said that again. I never said, don't say those things around people. I learned there's someone.
So you said I should bitch slap you to him?
I just said it all the time. Hey, I want to bitch slap you. Well, he obviously was drunk. He was always drunk. So
he's like,
thought
don't.
It was funny. He got me, but it's the perfect where just everything caught.
Yeah.
He says, I bitch slapped you. And I went, oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
So when you said that, friend of yours said, I ought to kick your ass. Like, be careful.
Yeah, that's what I told him. I said that loud thing works until you run into someone like me.
Oh, yeah.
Or somebody else that doesn't work on us.
I've never been punched, but I've been slapped.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Doesn't work.
Now, I'm not saying, listen, there's dudes that I look at, I'm like, I might think twice about that one.
Sure.
I have a friend, he's like USI, but he's a dude, he's a fucking tough motherfucker. I go, yeah, there's very few people in the world I think twice about. You're one of them. He's just a big fucking dude.
Sometimes it's the little guys.
Oh, I get a couple friends that were like that.
We had a roller skating rink, and this guy, my dad was a professional wrestler. He was no lightweight, and this one little guy, he was drunk, but it took 5 guys to hold this crazy son of a bitch down, and it was hard. I was probably 12 or 13. I watched it, and I'm like, geez, this guy was out of his mind. But I mean, my dad had him down, and I had 4 other guys who did all they could to keep this little Tasmanian devil down. Man.
Yep, that's what it is.
Yeah, it's like those little boxers.
Let's see. There's a lot of like shitty songs.
I'm out. I don't have any more.
Yeah. Seth MacFarlane and Sarah Bareilles, Baby It's Cold Outside. What?
Seth MacFarlane,
He can sing.
he's a talented guy, but what are you doing? Like, everyone thinks you're doing a comedy album. He's trying to do a serious album, and I'm waiting for like the joke, you know? Yeah.
All right, they have Rolling Stone has this one as the worst song. Then we'll move into movies. We'll get into Christmas.
But did they change the lyrics of Baby It's Cold Outside? Did they do their version?
I don't know.
Don't
Tradition.
start him, Lou. Don't
get me started.
I
Exactly.
I want to know.
Do they know it says the group mostly? Not that one. Where was the one? Here we go. Inspired, arguably the worst song of any kind ever recorded. Oh, look at this is Rolling Stone. If you can judge a song's badness by the amount of annoying internet takes, it's inspired. Baby It's Cold Outside is arguably the worst song of any kind ever recorded.
They have a good point, because
No,
some songs are good and the remakes are all shitty. I mean, I generally
But
don't
they're
like
saying this song in general is Baby It's Cold Outside is one of the worst kinds of songs ever written.
It's horrible. Hey, say goodnight to Todd, please. Todd, I'm still counting.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm home. Good night, gentlemen. Merry Christmas, Scott. You owe me $57.
I think $57 if it was $5.
It's more than that.
You said it 57 times. I don't think.
I think I got off light with that one, and that was just his ride home. That was just his ride home.
All right, so I'm going from 57, Todd.
All right, big head Todd the Wet Sprocket. You know I love you, buddy. We go back a long time, and it was because of him I ended up in the Philippines. So I am always indebted to you, my friend. And have a wonderful Christmas with you and your family up in the hills of Sacramento. It's nice and cool. Christmas weather up there. Yeah. And be safe, my friend, and we'll talk after Christmas. So, is he gone?
Christmas, Todd.
Is he gone?
I think
he's on.
I like his profile picture.
Nah, I don't. The only reason I keep him fucking on is because he thinks I like him. He watches and he listens to the podcast. So I kind of keep him on the hook, you know. He's a download. That's what I look at. He's just a download.
Oh, so you're like those musicians that hate their fans.
I do.
They treat them like shit.
Well, I try to treat him good, but I don't really mean it.
Like Richie Blackmore would say, I will only do an encore if the audience deserves it.
Oh, he heard Todd. I was only kidding, Todd. I was only kidding.
Throw another $1 on that.
I was only kidding. Yeah, I love you, buddy. I do. Really. I do. He just said I heard that. No, you didn't. That'll get deleted from the podcast. I will do a rare edit. All right, let's move on to movies. Let's get on to movies. I'm going to start this one off. My my laptop I have too many tabs open, I think.
Yeah, that'll do it.
My favorite Christmas movie, I watched it again today. It came out in 2019. I cannot stress this enough to watch this movie. It's on Amazon. It's like $2.99 to get it. A Christmas Carol, FX. The FX channel had it, right?
It's on Hulu. It's on Hulu.
Yeah, but Hulu, you know what? See fucking the prices on Hulu now?
It's for free. I got Hulu, and it's available on.
I tried to log in, and they're like, if you want to, you have to switch over to a new payment thing. It's like $81 a month. I'm like,
I got it for free through AT&T. I get it for
fucking
free.
bent. I'm not taking that. But you can get it on Amazon for $2.99. But
worth it.
A Christmas Carol, it is an absolute classic. It was shown over 3 nights in 2019. So it's chapters to it.
Who plays Ebenezer Scrooge again?
I forget his name.
English guy.
Yeah. Let me see. Look it up while I'm talking about it. A Christmas Carol FX. This talk about origin stories. This gives you the whole origin of why Marley is wearing all those chains. What really happened to Ebenezer Scrooge to make him as miserable as he was. It's just an amazing. It's done so well, and they pull no punches.
I love a good origin story. I love that.
Oh, yeah. They pull no punches on this. They drop F-bombs left and right, and it's dark. It has very dark undertones to it. Yeah. But it's a great story, and there are a couple of moments. Even though I know it's coming, it chokes me up because it's so well written. It's just so well written, and you got to see it. A Christmas Carol on FX. Now I know everybody has seen the George C. Scott version. That used to be my favorite. The Patrick Stewart version, the original. I forget his name. Black and white, old British guy. All the versions, but this is the best version of that story that you'll ever see. I trust me, you will not go wrong with this.
It's Guy Pearce who plays
Guy Pearce,
actor. Excellent actor.
Yep. And so that's my favorite Christmas movie. Christmas Carol FX on FX. Lou.
March of the Wooden Soldiers. Babes in Toyland.
Babes in Toyland. You know what? I haven't watched that in 20 years.
Right. I did this year. But that was something that we played on Thanksgiving. I remember that.
Yeah.
That was your warm up for the Christmas season.
Right.
For Thanksgiving. Right. But was that 1934? It was very clever stuff. The bogeyman, the little hairy wolf man like creatures. They were scary, and the soldiers themselves were kind of eerie, but very, very cool. Laurel and Hardy, definitely a classic.
I might watch that tomorrow.
It's a great movie.
Yeah. Maybe I'll watch that tomorrow.
Yeah, the music's good, the singing's good, and well made.
Yeah. What else, Mark?
I got my son turned me on to this. The 2015 version of Krampus with Toni Collette and Adam Scott.
Krampus.
First of all, Krampus is done so good. Creepy.
Really?
Creepy. But it's got an undertone of fucking hilarious comedy, and it's dark. And they'll do a little bit of the origins on that one of how Krampus came to be.
Okay.
And, I highly advise it.
To me.
Yeah, I highly advise it. Give it a whirl. It's just, I love a movie that can be scary, a holiday movie, and funny at the same time. And people die in it.
My daughter, all she watches is fucking Christmas horror movies like Christmas Evil or Santa Evil.
Evil.
It's all she. I was texting her these, like, I'm finding these titles, and she's like, I just watched that yesterday. LOL. She's the sweetest girl in the world. If you met my daughter, she's a wonderful girl, wonderful woman, and she's sweet and she's nice, beautiful smile, beautiful girl. But I don't know where she got that dark side to her. Like, she paints, and she paints some crazy shit, man. But she's really good at it. And she watches, loves horror movies,
Does she ever sell her artwork?
She's thinking about it, but
let me know. I like dark paintings.
Oh, dude, I'll show you one of them. And this was the first one she did, and I was like, even my kids were fighting over it. My stepkids, they wanted it. It's as creepy as it's very creepy painting.
Cool.
But I'll send it to you. I'll show you a picture of it.
Yeah.
But my turn?
Yeah.
So this came out in 2019 also. And it's a animation. Hand-drawn animation, not digital, right? It's called Klaus with a K, Klaus. And it is such a great story. It's so good. I have to watch it again, actually. But it really is. It's, you think, oh, it's a cartoon, it's an anime. No, it is so well done. It's so well done. There's kind of an origin in there too.
Okay.
Yeah, a kind of a something that you won't expect it, but yeah, really, really, really done well. So Klaus, Klaus.
Wrote it down.
Yeah. Lou?
Santa Claus versus the Martians.
So that came out in 1964.
Was it 64? Okay.
Yep. Love that movie.
Never saw it.
So weird.
You never saw it?
No.
Dude, that was like
should.
one of the. Do you ever watch Mystery Science Theater 3000?
Yeah.
That was like a classic for them. They showed it every year.
Yeah.
Showed it every year.
I'm thinking this big lips thing.
Oh yeah, on the machine, right?
I wonder what Sven Gulli would
Better
show.
than, I mean, that are the best lips of all time, I think. That's like
Now, was that in
Simon
Santa
times
Claus
1,000.
versus the Martians, or was that in the movie Santa Claus?
I think it was Santa Claus versus the Martians, I think.
No, I think that was in the movie Santa Claus
Really?
With Tim Allen?
that came out in
No.
'59.
Oh,
It's an old movie, Mark.
It was a Mexican.
Really?
That was a Mexican. Yeah, yeah. He's up in space. I because that's on my list, and I watched the previews again today, and that's the machine with the big red lips, and it
Okay.
looks,
That
that's
was
Santa
called
Claus. Yeah,
That was just called Santa Claus?
yeah. So I know my
right.
my weird Christmas movies. Yeah.
Now, so as far as lips go, it's better than Carly Simon's.
No, because hers are real. Now, if you want to go into a sex toy thing, sure. Sure.
Absolutely. That's hands
Why
down-
not? It
hands
looked
down
like
winner.
that was there was a little innuendo in that too, like
Oh,
the way
yeah.
they show it and they close up on it and
Mm-hmm.
it gets into the shape, the mouth goes into that. It's like, okay. They snuck that one in past the censors.
on the unsuspecting kids. Yeah.
Unsuspecting kids, yeah.
Yeah, that
So-
passed standards and practices in the 50s too. I guess that was
there was no rating yet, so you could get stuff passed.
Well, it's very, very innocent, but like if you're an adult, you look at it, you go, huh.
yeah, of course. Okay.
So yeah, do you want to talk about Santa Claus? Can I give you a little breakdown on that? Or
Yeah.
so that was actually the first. Now this is a trivia question. Santa vs. the Martians was the first motion picture to ever document Mrs. Claus.
She was never in anything before?
Nope.
Huh.
And then 3 weeks later, Rankin and Bass, Santa Claus is coming. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, right?
Yeah.
That one. And that's the second time Mrs. Claus was referenced. So one was in the movies, one was on TV, but Santa Claus versus the Martians was the first documented sighting in motion picture of Mrs. Claus.
That must have pissed you off because they were being inclusive. You must have hated that. Why are they putting Mrs. Claus in here? You must have gotten
So
really
no,
mad.
there was a Mel Gibson movie about Santa Claus. I think it was on Netflix, of course. And Mrs. Claus is black as coal. So I had a problem with that.
So what? Why not?
It was because you can't. You just race swapping Mrs. Claus just to do it.
How do you know if Santa?
Why not create a new character?
How do you know she wasn't Japanese or Chinese? You don't know. We don't know. We haven't seen her.
She's a white lady.
She's up. All right, go get a picture on a Polaroid camera and bring it back. Go up to the
Of
North Pole.
Mrs. Claus.
Yeah, we
I
want
got one of her in her underwear.
So, yeah,
You kidding me?
This is creepy.
I looked up Santa Claus, the 1959 movie. It's called Fantasy Horror.
Yeah, it's actually Santa Claus versus the Devil.
And it's the devil, yeah.
Yeah, it's fantasy. So that movie, I'll get to that movie because I have that one. But Santa Claus versus the Martians, the premise of it is the kids on Mars are watching too much. The parents are concerned that the kids are watching too much human TV. And this one TV station, KID TV, does an interview with Santa at his workshop in the North Pole, and it just mesmerizes all the Martian kids. So the king of the Martians and his wife, the queen, decide that they're going to kidnap Santa, but they can't because there's too many of them. They go down there, and it's like Macy's Santa Claus, Salvation Army Santa Claus. They don't know who's the real Santa Claus, so they kidnap two kids, two Earth children, so they can find who the real Santa Claus is. And then the wackiness begins.
What was the name of the movie? The official name?
That's Santa Claus versus the Martians.
Okay.
And my father for Christmas got us those pop guns, Lou. They shot the poop.
Oh, yeah,
poop. They shot like marshmallows or something.
Right.
Except this shot like little ping pong balls. Poop, poop. It was pretty cool.
Wasn't that the Johnny Reb Cannon? Was that what that was called?
Probably.
Can I show you a picture?
Yeah.
It's for Mark. I don't know if it's going to come across here.
Yeah, there he
Wow.
is. That's the 1959 Santa Claus verse. His name was Patch in that movie.
This is just from Santa Claus from 1959.
Yeah, but it's also known as Santa Claus versus the Devil.
Oh,
that was another name. That was another name it went under.
Actually, that's
right. Yeah, Mexican fantasy.
I know it's right.
The 1964 one was called
Right.
Santa Claus Conquers the Martians.
Santa Claus Conquers the Martians.
That's
That's
right.
what
That's
it is.
right.
Yeah,
Got to get it right.
Yeah. Well, if you're going to look for it, right, it does have to have the right name.
I'm going to watch this.
So the thing with Santa Claus,
on that too.
the thing with the 1959 Santa Claus or Santa Claus versus the Devil is it was filmed in Mexico, so you have some dubbing also. It has that kind of odd, that back then you knew was a foreign movie, right?
Yeah.
Santa Claus versus the Martians wasn't, but yeah. So also in Santa Claus versus the Devil, we'll just refer to it as that. You had Marlin the Magician was in it too. They had it all in that movie. And you see the preview. If you ever watch the preview, the reindeer are literally stuffed animals with eyes that move back and forth. It was so cheap, but it was so bad it's good. It was so bad it's good. And actually, Lucifer's trying to kill Santa Claus.
Yeah. Yes.
He's trying to kill him.
He's trying to kill Santa Claus to make the children of Earth do evil.
Lucifer comes to Earth to kill Santa.
And well, so the guy that Lucifer sent was named Pitch.
Pitch, yeah.
Known as Trotsky.
Yeah. Well, there's some. There's also
Trotsky
there's
was
some
murdered.
Yiddish in there.
Well, Trotsky was murdered in Mexico. The real.
Oh, was he? Yeah.
Yeah. Trotsky's Ice Pick, wasn't that a band?
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, I got something for you guys.
The trailer ends. Hold on one second. The trailer for that in the movies ended by saying Saturday and Sunday matinees only in a theater near you. They only showed it on Saturdays and Sundays. Go on, Mark.
Santa Claus Conquers the Martians had a 10-year-old Pia Zadora.
Yeah, Pia Zadora was in that. That's right.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep. And that movie was shown for a long time on I forget what channel it was, like HBO or something. They had to run one of these big not streaming at the time, but for a while it was that was like one of their staples of Christmas. You don't really see it anymore though.
You guys opened up a whole new world to me of movies here.
Oh, it's so bad. Santa Claus Conquers the Martians is so bad it's good. It really is. It's enjoyable. You know what it is? It's just entertaining.
Sure.
It's a happy, funny Christmas movie, and
I don't remember being wigged out by any of that stuff. I don't remember seeing Santa Claus versus the Devil though.
no. Well, that was kind of that was a weird one. Like I said, you got how was Marlin the Magician come into that play, right? But they wrote him in. They wrote him in there.
I do remember that. So
Yeah.
it's just vague childhood memory. Yeah.
Yep. So, what do you got, Mark? Any other?
I'm going to give you, I got a lot of funny ones, but I'll tell you that I just, in honor of my son, the second movie we watched together, because he really likes his, what was it called? Oh, shit. The one, oh my God, I'm going to screw it up. The one with Tom Hanks doing Polar Express. That's a good movie. I like it, and I apologize if you.
No.
Aerosmith ruined it. But
well, you kind of ignore that one. So every since I met my now wife, and young Amanda was probably, I don't know, 6, 7, just turning 7, and she'd never had a Christmas before because they were raised Jewish because the father's Jewish and the whole thing, and so they came over my house for the first Christmas Eve that they've ever had, right? And my wife was Catholic. She had just converted for the marriage and since dumped all that, but along with him. And so we watched the Polar Express at my house, and she loved it. My stepson loved it. You know, my granddaughter was there. It was just this thing. So ever since then, every Christmas Eve, we watched the Polar Express for the last 11 years.
we do too.
every Christmas Eve. And at one point they and we have like Rocky Horror. There's certain parts in the movie where we all yell something out like at the same time. But right when they get on the train and they're about to serve the hot chocolate, Amanda has to stop. We stop the movie. They go and make hot chocolate. She's 19 and she still does this. They make the hot chocolate. Then they come back in. Everyone gets their hot chocolate and hit play again. And we all drink the hot chocolate while they're on the train. And one Christmas Eve, they have a Bright Line here in Florida. It's a train system, right? And this was around the country. I think they did it, and I think they still do. They have a Polar Express where you get on this car, and it's all decorated on the inside, just like the cars from the Polar Express. It doesn't have the dining tables, but the windows are all kind of look like a snow scene, like outside, and the train moves, but you kind of you don't know because you can't see outside, but it's only moving like 30 yards down the track, and it's kind of, but you feel, and they come in and they reenact like every scene from the trains.
Wow.
And it's like an hour-long thing, and they got people dancing. They got a whole thing. They got the conductor, the guy that plays Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
And you get a ticket, and everybody gets a bell. Ding, 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 ding.
Nice.
Yeah, it's very well done. We did that on Christmas Eve, so and then we went home and watched the movie.
The scene that I like the most, that hit me just because the way they directed it, is when the kids actually are like Santa's going to come out, and you feel like you're there. The tension is mounting. All the elves are like, where is he? He's going to come out. Then when he comes out, the kid can't really see because they all climb on top of each other. So you see the shaky image of Santa through a bunch of legs and everything, and you really feel like you're there. I mean, it's just very well done.
So what I do is it's always up on the big screen behind me, right? I think that's 82-inch screen, and I have the Bose system, right?
Nice.
And so when the train starts to pull up in front of the first house, they all know. Everyone blocks their ears because I crank it. Fucking shakes the whole house. And they're like, I said, it has to be realistic. You know it's coming. So just block your ears. But it's got to be, when that train first pulls up, it's got to be loud.
Yeah.
You know, you got to feel it. And I dropped the temperature in here to like, I don't know, 59 degrees. And, you know, so it's all it's a big thing. It's a big thing. Yeah. Let me see. My turn?
Yeah.
You know what I liked? It's kind of an odd Christmas movie, but The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yes.
It's kind of an odd story. It's not really a Christmas movie, but it is, you know, it's put in there because it has Christmas in it. It is related, but it's a good movie.
It is. Very good.
It's a good movie.
Is that the Tim Burton?
Yeah. What do you got, Lou?
It's not a movie. It was a special. It was the John Denver Rocky Mountain Christmas.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Okay.
Nice. And actually, he had a Christmas song. It's called one of the worst. It was "Daddy, Please Don't Get Drunk This Christmas."
Please, I have an experience with that. Don't talk about it. Let's not talk. Let's move on. I didn't get drunk, but it was a joke played on me that just, yeah.
So it was, I had a drink, knocked down the tree, fell on the ground, and
all when I'm sober.
I just didn't like John. I was like, wow, this sounds like a real downer. But
I
did like his Christmas special and that little dome thing he had, or the out on the snowy field. But good memory.
Aspen Glow. That's a great song. Yeah.
All right, Mark.
I'm gonna go with Bad Santa. Just trashy. I loved it.
Is it Billy Bob Thornton?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
I didn't
Very
see
well
it.
done. Oh, you gotta see it. Yeah. I won't even say anything about it, but it's not gonna shock you, but it's just very good. Billy Bob Thornton can go low. Like nobody else.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. All right. My screen's going to go a little bright right now because I have to pull something up here. And I'm
that's what she said.
Oh, hello. Let's see. There it is. So this next movie, I actually have a preview. This. Bring it over here. Then I'm going to pull it up on the screen. Hold on 1 second. There we go. That. So I'm going to pull this up. You go over here. Yep. So I'm going to put it down. Not there. I'll put it. There we go. Upload.
We should have ran a commercial during that time.
I know, right? Oh, here it is. Here it is. But the next movie, my daughter gave me this today. She gave me this. Here you go.
Oh yeah, Fragile.
That's Fragile. So for the podcast listeners, I just pulled up a picture of the leg lamp from Christmas Story, right? That my daughter gave me. It's a late birthday present, and I literally have it in my window, and you can see it from the street.
Is the doctor going to accidentally knock it down?
It's hilarious. Yeah, you're jealous.
Is that on top of a freezer?
That's on top of a freezer. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't get more trashy than that.
Nope. I slid it out. You know what? I'm going to show you something. It's hilarious. I had to pull that out from underneath the counter. Right? It slips underneath. So I might as well just, if I'm going to be trashy with the lamp, I'm just going to have it sitting on top of a freezer. So when you're on the outside, you can see the label on the back of the freezer, right?
And the
it's
coils,
hilarious.
all the coils and everything.
Yeah.
And I see fake Florida snowmen in the background.
Yes. You see that, right? Isn't that cool, right? Yeah. They got the snowman in the background. All right, hold on. I'm going to give you another view of this. Let's see.
Oh, mama.
It's an award. What was it? He said it's a major award.
It's a sweepstakes, I think you won.
Yeah, I want. So, all right, let me get this. There we go. So I'm going to pull up another picture right now. This is hilarious. Let me get that one down. Yeah. All right, here we go. This one down. This is what it looks like from the outside.
Do you have a board of directors that do you have a
I do. I do.
You might get called before the
well, they can eat shit. There it is. From the outside looking in.
Fragile.
That's great.
So I'm going to say A Christmas Story. I mean, it's an absolute. Now we're going to get. I don't know if we're going to have time to do the worst Christmas movies, but there is a Christmas Story 2.
I saw it.
A Christmas Story. Is there a Christmas Story?
My
Christmas.
God.
Yeah.
Now, number one. What's his name? Frankie. Is that the kid's name?
Yeah.
What's
Ralphie.
Ralphie is 16.
Yeah.
And the parents that play, the parents are like. They're younger than they were in the original.
I know.
Like there's no continuity to it, and they just insert they regurgitate jokes from the first movie that
the bullies in the neighborhood and punching in the snow and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, and they make so the kid has to stick his tongue on something just like the first movie, so he sticks it in a tube or something.
Yeah.
And
I think it was direct to video or some streaming service.
Yeah, it went directly. Yeah,
the porn actor actually in their sequels, he actually become the porn actor because that's what he did.
What's that?
The kid that stuck his tongue on the thing in the first one, he went into porn.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The only saving grace about that is that Darren McGavin had been dead 6 years. He'd been dead 6 years when that came out, so he didn't have to suffer through that and watch his iconic Christmas character.
He could have come back as the Night Stalker though.
He was
that's a whole nother show.
He was great though.
Sure.
I didn't see that movie until I was dating my son's mother.
What, A Christmas Story?
Yeah, I'm the last one in my family to have children, right? So I was 45 almost 45 when my son was born. So we're at my mother's house for Christmas, and they're watching. I'm like, also the movie came out. Everyone's like, "Oh, Christmas!" I'm like,
24 hours of Christmas.
Yeah, well, I'm like, what is this? And my mother, she looks at me, she goes, "What is wrong with you?
What is wrong with you?" Was right.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, what? She goes, "You never." I said, "No." She was just
so.
There's another thing about that movie. Every year I go, I am sick to death of this movie. I'm not going to watch it. And then you start watching it and you can't stop watching it.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's eminently watchable.
It's 24 hours of a Christmas. It's always on the background Christmas morning at my house.
Yeah, man.
Always in the background.
And
Wait for me,
they're
guys.
drinking wine in the morning.
And I am like Darren McGarren. I am a turkey junkie.
Yeah.
I fucking love turkey.
Yeah. Well, what was the name of the hounds? What was the neighbor's name? The
dog.
What does he say when he's in the basement? He's cursing. How do they have it come out? I can't remember.
It was always like this distorted.
Mama said. Mama said. Remember that one? Mama said.
When Ralphie knocks the lug nuts out of the, he goes, fuck.
Ivory soap.
And the look on his father's face. Get back to the car.
Did you guys ever have soap rubbed in your mouth?
Nope.
Yes.
I did. I did.
It's
fucking nasty, man.
My parents didn't do it.
Why did it happen with you?
I pissed off my grandfather, and
so he did it.
So I had an Irish side and a German side. My German grandparents were loving and warm, and my Irish grandmother was very warm and loving. So was my Irish grandfather. But when you pissed him off, the cold Irish came out. And let me tell you something: there's no punishment like an Irishman's punishment. And it was in Vermont, and it was a cold night, and I'm sitting there with soap in my mouth, and I'm homesick. I wanted to be home in the middle of the woods. Oh, jeez. Yeah. Lou, Zion has nothing on that.
I was in our swimming pool, and I wouldn't let my younger brother in. I don't know how I kept him out of the pool because he would have the advantage. I don't know how I managed to keep him out of the water. He unscrewed the garden hose gun thing. I mean, he was probably 8 years old. Lucky throw. He hit me in the head, knocked me out. Oh. I woke up underwater. So I got him. All my father saw from his bedroom window. I had him on the ground, just beating the shit. I'm calling every MF everywhere. That's all my dad saw.
Like in a Christmas story.
Yeah.
He gets on top of that thing.
So he dragged me up to the bathroom, and half a bar of Ivory soap was
just like the mother did. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it was horrible.
Yeah.
Oh, what did I do though to get all I said to my grandfather was leave me the fuck alone. He was yelling at me about something.
Little bastard.
Oh well.
I was 12.
You had it coming, man. You had it coming.
All right, one more movie, Lou.
Let's see. The Grinch Who Stole Christmas.
Okay. All right. I'll take that. Yeah.
The cartoon.
Yeah.
Not the Jim Carrey one.
Which was funny.
It was funny. Yeah. It was good.
I have no problems with that movie. Mark?
No. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Yeah, that's a hot warmer.
Yeah. I want a fucking car right fucking now.
Hilarious. Hilarious.
There's some classic funny scenes in that.
Yeah.
Those aren't pillows. Yeah.
I'm going to end it with It's a Wonderful Life. I mean, you can't.
It's a Wonderful Life.
It's a great movie. It's just a great movie. No matter how many times you've seen it, it's a great movie.
Yep.
You know the rush is coming on the bank, but you still watch it. You still go through the whole thing with them.
You know he's going to fall in the water in the pool.
Yeah. That was Barrymore. John Barrymore.
Barrymore.
Drew's grandfather.
Grandfather, yeah. All right, let's get into let's go. You know what? I had one more movie. It's called The Christmas That Almost Wasn't. Did you ever hear of it?
Yeah.
It's my father took us to see this movie. It came out in 1966, so I was 3 and I remember seeing this movie. It was an American-Italian production, so there was more dubbing in this. Now, the premise is Santa owes rent to Phineas T. Prune, right? Yeah. He owns the building where the toy shop is. He owns the whole thing, right? And a broke lawyer named Sam Whipple meets Santa, and Sam Whipple is like he's this child at heart. That's why he's not a good lawyer.
It's right? Whipple. That's what.
Yeah, Whipple.
Mr. Whipple.
Here's the story of Santa and decides to help Santa, and they get a job at a department store where he plays Santa, and he has to raise the money in 2 days. And it's like this really, it's one of those weird Christmas movies.
Yeah. I have seen it though. Yeah.
Yeah. And the guy is a really, really mean. It's their version of Scrooge, right? Mm-hmm. But the Christmas That Almost Wasn't. Yeah. You know, you Google YouTube the trailer, and you'll see it's kind of weird. Yeah. But all right, let's move on to let's go. Let me see. We'll kind of start wrapping this up. We're at 2 hours now. Best-selling Christmas holiday singles ever. Now this is kind of interesting. A lot of this shit. So, what do you think the number one song is? Single. Christmas.
All I want for Christmas.
Christmas / holiday.
All I want for Christmas is you.
Yep.
Really?
14 times platinum.
Wow.
She's just printing money this time of year.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Like it is just rolling in.
Forever.
Yeah. Then you have Brenda Lee, Rocking Around the Christmas Tree, 1948. All I Want for Christmas was 94, but it had a resurgence like in the last 10 years for some reason. Because it's been around since 94, but it hasn't been like, I don't know, for some reason in the last decade, it's really heavy rotation. It's like it got rediscovered or something.
Yeah, or the record company just pushes it again.
They keep pushing it and it's working. Brenda Lee, Rocking Around the Christmas Tree.
I like Hall & Oates version.
Rocking Around the Christmas Tree?
Yeah, I thought it was good. They paid homage to it. They respected it.
Yeah. Their version of Jingle Bells Rock.
Oh, that's what
Jingle
I'm thinking
Bell
of. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It was Jingle Bell Rock.
I was going to say, I didn't know that they did a Rocking Around the Christmas Tree.
And it's disturbing to see John Oates in his pajamas playing
Dude,
guitar.
that is, I'm just going to say, it's a very gay video. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just they look like partners.
Maybe that's why they're fighting.
Partners.
Maybe that's why they're fighting.
They had a very gay album cover at one point earlier in their career.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. And then but it just, watch the video. It's very kind of like, that's my partner. They're very happy together. It's an amusing video, though. It really is. Like, again, light and just kind of corny, right? Campy.
Yeah.
But number 3, I wouldn't have known this one. Came out in 2013. Do You Want to Build a Snowman? Kristen Bell, Agatha Lee Mon, and Katie Lopez from Walt Disney Records, 4 times platinum.
Wow.
Never heard it.
No. Number 4 is Mistletoe it came out in 2011 by Justin Bieber, 3 times platinum.
Ugh.
I know. Here you go, Lou, from 1963. The next one on the list, Christmas, Baby Please Come Home, Darling in Love.
Darling in Love, wow.
3 times platinum. Yep, times platinum. Next one is Sleigh Ride from 63, the Ronettes, 3 times platinum. What's this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, yeah, at number 7, Last Christmas, Wham! 2 times platinum.
Should be number 1.
From 84. Again, another one that prints the money.
Yeah.
Then you get, like, in 2019, Like It's Christmas, the Jonas Brothers, 2018, Cozy Little Christmas, Katy Perry. That's actually, I don't mind that song.
But you know what? You see what you're seeing, Scott? I think Last Christmas was the last really good original Christmas song. Because nowadays, a lot of the new songs that come out, they don't have
covers.
They're not that good.
No, they're not that good. Yeah, but it is what it is. Then his in 2018, the piece of shit, What Christmas Means to Me, John Legend.
All right, leave him alone.
But it's featuring Stevie Wonder, who had a pretty bad Christmas song himself when he was younger. I forget the name of it, but it was not good. 2017, Triple X Tentacion, I think is dead now. A Ghetto Christmas Carol. All right, then you get all these, let me see, Snowman by Sia, You Make It Feel Like Christmas. I actually like that song, 2017, You Make It Feel Like Christmas, Gwen Stefani, Blake Shelton. Blake Shelton. I actually like that song. That's one that's kind of picking up steam every year. Gets a little more popular.
Is Blake Shelton the guy that was on The Voice with her?
Yeah.
He's a funny guy. He really is.
Yeah, country dude, right?
Yeah.
Then you get into 2016, Hallelujah by Pentatonics. I'm not listening to the acapella.
I like
shit.
the Leonard Cohen.
Yeah.
No, not Leonard Cohen. No, the guy that died. What was his name? The guy that covered it in the 90s.
What's his name? Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, that's the one I like.
Yeah. Everybody likes that version. Yeah. 1994, Mariah Carey, Baby Please Come Home. Christmas. So that's down. Let's see. So she has the number 1 and she has like the number 12. Good for you.
Maybe
I like Mariah.
Was that the one the Eagles covered? No.
No, the bells are ringing.
That's called Please Come Home.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't really like that song.
I never. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't really
liked
do much
it.
for me.
I liked it.
It's all right.
Yeah.
It's all right.
I mean, it's
I
okay.
disagreed with you guys like 10 times tonight. Wow.
Let's see. Then we get into Mariah Carey again on the list. Oh, Holy Night. That album, though. And the one right
That was
before
a
it.
monster, that album.
Hark the Herald Angels Sing, Gloria in Excelsis. She's on this list like 4. So Christmas time, she doesn't have to do anything. But isn't it amazing how she was this little petite thing that she grew out to be a thick girl? Like Christina Aguilera, same thing. Like little petite thing, then she's thick as fuck. Hell,
remember the whole Christine versus who was the one that she
Britney Spears.
Britney Spears.
Christine was hands down a real singer. I'm like, what are you even comparing it to?
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, don't fucking back talk. Don't bad talk Britney, baby.
I will, because Britney Christine is actually talented.
Hey, now, have you seen Britney Spears lately?
Who cares how she looks? How does she sound? She goes, "Mama na 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 na."
I don't care.
I
don't care what she's saying.
She's as dumb as a brick.
She still looks good as hell, though.
Lou, that's an insult to bricks. Come on.
She still looks good as hell. I don't care what you say.
You see the picture? She burned her gym down.
Did she really?
Lighting candles, she'd fucking burn the whole
Good for
place.
her. Good for her.
But I like Mariah. I know Mariah's a diva, but I like her too.
Yeah. She calls her fans her lambs.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird.
Whoa.
Let me see. And this goes on, but I think we got the top. Those are the top Christmas best-selling Christmas holiday singles. So that's by the RIAA certification. But then you have the best-selling Christmas holiday singles by Nielsen SoundScan. And again, All I Want for Christmas, right, Mariah. Do You Want to Build a Snowman? It's basically the same songs.
Yeah.
Justin Bieber, Brenda Lee. What do we got down here? Oh, yeah. Then you got physical singles. According to the most recent record album certifications, the holiday single title with the highest RIAA certification is Elvis Presley's 1964 Blue Christmas.
I like it. Blue Christmas.
We totally missed this one, and I know why. This in '89. This one's for the children. Funky Xmas. New Kids on the Block.
Oh boy,
God. I missed that one.
It only hit gold. It didn't hit platinum. It only hit gold. Yeah. Let's see what else. And that's it for that. Let's move on to this day in music. Let's start wrapping up our Christmas show, gentlemen. Start wrapping this up. Let's get through this. And let me see. Let's start out with, I didn't read these, so. This day, December 20th, let me see. No, let's go with 2021. American R&B singer Paul Mitchell died with the Floaters. He had the worldwide smash hit in 1977. I love the song. Float on.
I got floaters.
Float on. I had those the other day. Yeah.
Stood up to quick.
Let me see. On this day in 2020, British musician Chad Stewart died from pneumonia following a fall. He was one half of the duo Chad and Jeremy.
A fall gave him pneumonia? Wow.
Yeah. From pneumonia following a fall. That's what it says.
He was laid up in bed, probably.
Yeah.
What was her big hit? Summer song.
Jeremy
I don't know.
Said
Let's
Who won
see.
the Eurovision
on this day in 2013, David Richards, a producer who worked with David Bowie, Queen, Iggy Pop, and others, died. We see included in Richards' lengthy discography, co-production credits on Bowie's "Never Let Me Down," "The Buddha of Suburbia," and "Outside."
Yeah.
He also worked with Queen's last 4 albums.
So he was with Bowie during my personal favorite period, that late period, which is fascinating. Fascinating.
Okay. Let me see. On this day in 2006, Ian Halperin claimed that Michael Jackson was close to death. The Rolling Stone magazine writer said Jackson was suffering from a rare lung condition and needed a lung transplant. He also claimed that the singer had lost 95% vision in one eye and was so ill he could hardly speak. We'll never know. 2006, Eminem, who cares? 2006, on this day, Matthew Fisher, a founding member of Procol Harum, won a high court battle over who wrote this song, A Whiter Shade of Pale.
It was
Fisher, who played
composer.
Huh?
It was a classical composer. It was based on a classical piece.
Okay, Fisher, who played organ in the 67 hit, had argued he wrote the distinctive organ melody, but Mr. Justice Blackburn ruled he was entitled to just 40% of the copyright rather than the 50% he was seeking.
Well, that ain't bad. That ain't bad.
The court decided lead singer Gary Brooker's input was more substantial, and Fisher's claim for back royalties of up to £1 million was also rejected. For almost 40 years, the song had been credited to the lead singer Gary Brooker and lyricist Keith Reed.
At least he got something. A lot of people in the 60s got screwed. They didn't get any royalties.
Yeah. Let me see. On this day in 1999, readers of UK Guitar Magazine voted Noel Gallagher the most overrated guitarist of the millennium. I don't know about that. He's a good guitarist.
He is. He's very good.
Jimi Hendrix was voted the guitarist of the millennium with Nirvana's Nevermind winning Best Album. It's arguable, but that's one magazine. Let's see. On this day in 1986, the Bangles started a 4-week run at #1 in the U.S. singles chart with Walk Like an Egyptian. With strangely, all of a sudden, they edited out Donald Trump in that video.
Good.
If you watch the video.
They also pulled him out of Home Alone.
Yeah, I'm sure by his request.
He was in Home Alone.
Yeah. Little Kevin's, the one in New York, that one.
They all loved him, Lou, when he was a Democrat. They all loved him. They thought he was the greatest thing. And then all of a sudden, he's like, you guys are crazy.
I never did.
He's like, you guys are crazy. And then they were like, we hate you.
I never liked him.
We hate you.
He reminded me of someone I went to school with. That's why it's personal.
Well, he did a good job running the country. So look where we are now. Anyway,
over there then.
On this day in look where we are now. If you're living a good life, Mark, then I want to know what you're doing. I don't know.
I'm fine.
All I know is a corned beef costs $36 now. 4 years ago it was $21.
Buy a pound of bologna and be glad you have some food.
My brother loves bologna.
Me too.
Fucking loves it.
Good man.
On this day in 1986, the House Martins were #1 in the UK singles chart with their version of the Isley Brothers' Caravan of Love. On this day in 1980, 12 days after John Lennon was shot dead in New York City, Just Like Starting Over, which was taken from his Double Fantasy album, gave the former Beatle his first ever UK solo #1. Well, if he didn't die, it wouldn't have been #1. I can tell you that.
That's true.
Imagine was not a #1 or not, like nothing. Those other big singles of the 70s there was no #1 UK hit.
Nope.
Wow.
Paul had more #1s than
yeah.
And that pissed off John.
Ringo.
That pissed John off, I'm sure.
Ringo had a bunch of #1s.
Ringo had a lot of
Yeah. On this day in 1974, former James Gang and Barnstorm guitarist Joe Walsh officially replaced Bernie Leadon in the Eagles after producer Bill Szymczyk had recommended Walsh to the
because Bill produced Joe Walsh's albums.
Yes,
yeah.
And you know what? I love Bernie, but what a replacement. It changed the band, but that was perfect. It's like Ron Wood coming into the Stones. It was you know.
Can't go wrong.
Yeah.
On this day in 1973, American singer Bobby Darin died at age 37. One of the first one of the first teen idols. He had the 1959 #1 hit with Dream Lover, plus 20 other U.S. top 40 hits during the 60s, including Mac the Knife.
Yeah.
What did Steve Martin win? The Shock Bites.
That's right.
Right?
I think he died on the operating table.
I can't do that.
You can't do it? When
I can
the
only
Shock
do the
Bites.
I do the Leonard Nimoy.
He hit a bad heart.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think he
See,
on the operating table.
he worked on Ladders 68. Darren traveled with Robert Kennedy and worked on his 68 presidential campaign. He was with Kennedy the day he traveled to Los Angeles on June 4th, 68 for the California primary. Darren was at the Ambassador Hotel later that night when Kennedy was assassinated.
Lou, professor of Italo Rock history. Was Bobby Darin part of a certain mafioso? Did he get helped by them like some other singers, or
Nothing I heard too much. I'm sure.
Okay, because he's
I
hanging
never
out
heard
with the
anything
Kennedys.
about that either. Yeah.
Did you see the movie Beyond the? Was it Beyond the Sea?
No,
Kevin Spacey.
no.
It was good. He was really good
Yeah.
at it.
Okay.
Yeah.
On this day in 1969, Peter, Paul, and Mary went to number 1 on the U.S. singles chart with "Leaving on a Jet Plane." John Denver wrote that song in '66.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ever
The
hear-
original title was
I don't know.
"Oh Babe, I Hate to Go."
No. Ever hear his version?
No.
Really nice.
Let's see. On this day in
His version is better than "Daddy, Please Don't Get Drunk on Christmas."
On this day in 1969, the Rolling Stones went to number 1 in the UK album charts with their 10th release, "Let It Bleed," featuring Midnight Rambler and "You Can't Always Get What You Want." It was the last studio album by the band to feature Brian Jones, who died on July 3rd of this year after drowning in a swimming pool, as well as the first to feature guitarist Mick Taylor. They were never better.
That
than they
kicked
were
off my
when they were
favorite
with
era.
Mick Taylor.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
On this day in 1968, the Beatles' 6th Christmas record, the Beatles' 1968 Christmas record, was sent to fan club members in the UK and the US. It included the song "Nowhere Man," sung by Tiny Tim. He's a real nowhere man.
He's got the A.
Yeah. Santa's got the AIDS. The nurses are sad. Santa's got it bad.
I can listen to that after the show. I hear the whole thing.
On this day in 1967, folk singer Joan Baez was sentenced to 45 days in prison after being arrested during an anti-war demonstration. On this day in 1962, the Osmonds appeared for the first time on NBC TV Andy Williams Show. The brothers performed "I'm a Ding Dong Daddy from Dumas." Jesus.
Boy,
It did them well.
You can't get more correct than that. Andy Williams and the Osmonds.
Yeah.
Ding Dong Doofus? What is it called?
I don't know. On this day in 1958, John Lennon, Paul McCartney, and George Harrison appeared as the Quarrymen at the wedding reception of George's older brother, Harry. The event was held at the Harry Harrison, was held at the Harrison family home at 25 Upton Green. So my friend Phil Kelly has a buddy who bought George Harrison's house, one of his houses over in England, and now rents it as an Airbnb. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's in Liverpool?
I let me see. So
Escher.
I want to go to Liverpool. That's my dream.
give me 10 seconds and I'll pull up see, where is it?
Probably asked a lot of money for it.
Here we go. Townhouse in Speaky. Speaky?
Speke, right?
Yeah. George Harrison's former 3-bedroom home in Liverpool.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a dream.
137 a night. Oh, let me see. Is it 137 a night? Yeah.
You know, I have
It's
a dream.
not bad.
I have a dream of taking my son going to see Anfield. That's where Liverpool play, and just seeing going for a few days to Liverpool. That's
Well, rent George Harrison. He lived there from 43 to 2001.
if I go, I'll get you to get me the listing.
Yeah. I'll text it to you.
Yeah. That would be awesome.
5 guests, 3 bedrooms, 3 beds, 1 bath. Figures in England, they only have 1 bath.
Yeah.
And between everyone in the house, there's 1 toothbrush. Anyway,
With no water pressure.
moving on. Born on this day, let's see. Born on this day in 1966, Chris Robinson from the Black Crowes.
Yeah.
Born on this day in 1959, Jackie Fox, bass player for the all-teenage rock band The Runaways.
Oh.
Born in stay in 1957, Anita Ward. You can ring my bell, ring my bell.
Ring, ring,
Born on this day in 1957, English singer-songwriter and left-wing activist Billy Bragg.
Oh, man, that thing he did with Wilco, that was a great album.
Mermaid Avenue.
He wrote New England, the 1985 hit for Christy McCall, who is the singer in Fairy Tale of New York with Shane McGowan. Let's see. Born on this day in 1948, Alan Parsons.
Wow, he's getting up there.
I don't think we have to go talk about him.
I love Alan. I love
let me see. Born on this day in 1945, Peter Criss. That's known as the drummer for Chris. Yeah, born in 45. Yeah.
He's up there.
50, 60, 79, 85, 95, 2005, 2015. Yeah. Yeah, he's up there.
He's older than Alan Parsons. Just let that sink in.
I know, right? And finally, I always do the last one. Born on this day in 1944, Bobby Columbi. Lou?
Drummer for Blood, Sweat, and Tears.
There you go.
And Lou, we have a mutual friend that knew him, remember? John
Scaffa?
Yeah. He tried. He was working on selling him a song or something when he had that band. He was supposed to hit it big.
Oh, okay. No kidding. Wow.
Kind of said he was a dick.
So, gentlemen, I hopefully I'm going to have a new outro because there's one that's already embedded, and it will say now, Milk Crates and Turntables, produced by Scott McLean, co-produced by Colin McLean, Lou Colicchio, and Mark Smith.
Oh,
wow!
Yeah,
cool.
You guys are getting production credits now.
Nice.
Yeah, Jack's out.
Thank you.
Sorry, Jack.
He's
been hanging around for the last 37 shows. He hasn't been here.
Merry Christmas, Jack.
Can you redraw the contract? I
just got a co-producer credit.
I'll up my ass, you know. Thanks, bye. All right.
Well, gentlemen, listen, great show as usual, and as I always say, thank you for your time. Thank you for your knowledge, and most of all, thank you for your friendship. I appreciate all of them, but I appreciate the friendships more. I want you guys to have a great Christmas. I think you will. And are we going to do a New Year's show, or do we want to take that week?
I might be busy because I'm off that week, and I might be traveling around. So, but we'll see. I'll see.
Yeah, let me know.
Yeah.
Wednesday or Thursday, whatever's good for you guys. And Lou, you'll be done with your rehearsing?
I think so.
Good. We're getting Lou back, Mark. We're going to get a steady Thursday night.
We didn't have the whole professor tonight. We had half the professor. Yeah.
I thought he did good. Why? What did you notice he was missing?
Yeah. Mark says I'm slipping. Wow.
I think this production credit's already gone to his head, so he's gonna start giving you guidance, Lou. You're gonna get flashbacks.
Now, does his name come before mine on the production credit?
No, S comes after C.
That's right. It has to go alphabetical order.
It has to sing properly.
Plus, it's an age thing. You got to. I
do have some seniority on you there, Punk.
He does have seniority.
Yeah. Can I have a just do one quick shout out on the show?
Yeah, absolutely.
For me, this is revolutionary. Eileen Watson, Merry Christmas. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
All right. And then tomorrow when you post this, I'm gonna send it to her. Okay.
Excellent.
Merry Christmas, Eileen. Merry Christmas.
Just pull the YouTube video.
I always say happy holidays. It pisses her off. So
anything you guys want to say before I do my outro?
Merry Christmas to all a good night.
Yeah.
Could I read a quick
do whatever you want, buddy.
Nicholas was older than sin, and his beard could grow no whiter. He wanted to die. The dwarfish natives of the Arctic caverns did not speak his language, but conversed in their own twittering tongue, conducted incomprehensible rituals when they were not actually working in the factories. Once every year, they forced him, sobbing and protesting, into endless night. During the journey, he would stand near every child in the world, leaving one of the dwarves' invisible gifts by its bedside. The children slept frozen into time. He envied Prometheus and Loki, Sisyphus and Judas. His punishment was harsher. Ho, ho, ho. Is that good or what? That's Neil Gaiman.
There you go.
My nice Christmas dedication.
Well, everybody, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. I always appreciate your time. I appreciate your input. You are the engine that runs this machine. Without you, it would just be me talking to Mark and Lou, and that's not a bad thing sometimes. Although we text more than we talk.
You like talking to Lou better than me. I know that. I know.
There we go.
It's a food thing. It's a food thing. I know.
It's a sparkling conversation.
Yes. And doing this show for you guys, to quote my favorite artist, Morrissey, and I'm wearing his Christmas shirt.
Yeah.
Morrissey Christmas shirt.
Nice.
The pleasure, the privilege is mine. I hope everybody has a wonderful Christmas. I hope you have a so what is it at the end of the Greg Lake? I wish you a hopeful Christmas.
The Christmas you deserve.
Yeah, in the Christmas you deserve. Have a wonderful Christmas. I hope everybody's healthy, and we'll be back next week, hopefully, with a end of year show, which is happy, but there's this sad aspect of who we lost this year too.
Yeah.
So we might just jump right into that, and that'll, we can talk about the different artists, that we lost, and just kind of
I'll be
pay homage to them.
Baby.
What's that?
I'm going to be dressed as the New Year's stork baby. I'm going to be wearing a big
Can't
diaper.
wait. You're not going to be wearing your neutral colors?
No. Going full flash, man.
Lou's going to come out with a disco ball shirt next week. I'll show him.
I'm a suit of lights.
I'll show him.
David Hasselhoff.
You're going to be a stork on absinthe.
There we go. All right, everybody.